Hello, good afternoon. My name's Richard. This is over and over and over again. This is Matchday Live. It is Arsenal versus West Ham. The women from the Chigwell Construction Stadium in Dagenham. It's an important game. The first league game under Rene's leadership, of course, since Jonas resigned earlier this week. It's going to be good. And can the Arsenal women save the weekend? Let's hope so. So, how are you? Good afternoon. It is Arsenal women in action this afternoon away at West Ham, a ground where we've struggled, haven't we, in the last couple of seasons. We've not won here since the final game of the 2021-2022 season. Even that was quite a struggle. 2-0, 2 goals in the second half. So what's the lineup then? What has Rosa gone with for this first WSL game in charge? Let's have a look, shall we? So this is our Arsenal lineup then. In goal, it is Daphne Van Domselaar. Back four, Emily Fox. Leia Cadena comes back in. Steph Catley comes back in at centre back. Wow. And Katie McCabe's at left back. In midfield, Captain Kim Little, Leah Volti, and Frida Marnham in the number 10. And then in the front three, it's Mariona Caldente and Caitlin Ford, either side of Alessia Russo. So again, Rene does not fancy playing Stina and Leslie Russo together. On the bench then for Arsenal, Manu Zinsberger, Leah Williamson, Katie Reid, Katarina Cole, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Rosa Kafaji, Beth Mead, Lena Hurtig, and Stina Black-Stenius. For West Ham, and this is how they line up. In goal, it is Kinga Svenik. Their back four is Shalina Zadorsky, Shannon Cook, Lee Menguin, and Anouk Denton. In midfield, it's Amber Sayak, Serena Puel, and Una Siren. And their front three is Katrin Gorey, Ricky Uki, and Vivian Esai. So there your lineup. What do we make of that Arsenal lineup? I find it quite interesting that Leah Williamson and Beth Mead are both not in the team. Now, is this because they were maybe two of the players that were anti-Jonas? Who knows? But they're both left out of the team today. And Steph Catley, who's not naturally a central defender, she's a left back, of course, playing as a central defender, which she's played before, and she can do a job there. But when you've got two central defenders on the bench with Katie Reid as well, it does make you wonder what is going on at the moment. But anyway, other than that, I suppose there's not too many surprises, is there, in the lineup, I guess. Greg's with us this afternoon, Rich in the chat, attacking team, but I would have left out Little and Cadena. Well, Cadena got left out the other night. We're not quite sure what's happening with Leah Williamson at the moment, are we? I think that's an issue. Chams with us, 5-0 for sure. Wow, well, that's a nice confident prediction. You get your predictions in, guys, nice and early. Let's see what you think of this. Obviously, we should win. We have to win, quite honestly, regardless of how we do it, whether we play well and win 5-0, as Chan has said, or whether we struggle and maybe scrape a 2-1 or a 1-0. Doesn't matter too much at this point. We just need to win this game if we're going to have any chance of staying in the race for the title, which is slipping away, as we know in the last couple of weeks. But let's win this game today, go into the international break on a high with two good victories. And then we've got a chance to regroup. Maybe we'll have a new manager when, you know, all this is over and done with. We shall see. But that's our lineup then today. I'm a little bit concerned defensively, I've got to be honest. But in our favour, Dagny Brinsdottir is only on the bench for West Ham. You know, she's strong in the air. We don't seem to have a lot of aerial strength in our defence, do we? That's going to be a bit of a problem. But let's see. West Ham obviously are struggling. They're not, you know, they're not one of the best teams in the league, are they? We know they're not. So it's just a matter of us doing the job that we have to do, and hopefully we can get the 3 points and move on. Angie's with us. How you doing, Angie? Good to see you. You're looking forward to the game. The teams are just coming out at the Chigwell Community Stadium at Dagenham, round the corner from where I was brought up. That ground, lovely old ground, one of my favourites. Arsenal are in the new third blue kit, which the women have worn before. The men wore for the first time yesterday, but we don't want to dwell too much on what happened when they wore it, do we? West Ham, of course, in their traditional claret and blue with white socks. And Arsenal looking as though we are we mean business. We're marching out there looking serious, which is good stuff to see, isn't it? Let's hope we can go out there and produce a really good performance. Obviously, the weather today isn't very good, is it? Let's be honest. There's this storm, whatever it's called, Storm Irene or whatever it is, that's been battering the UK today. We've had a lot of wind and rain. The sun's actually out now here, briefly. But anyway, it doesn't look too clever down there, does it? At the Dagenham and Redbridge Stadium, I say, my former local ground. Grew up watching a lot of football there. And B says there a rejig, but looking forward to it. No, exactly. It's a bit of a rejig, slightly in the team. It's interesting, isn't it? That Leah Williamson and Beth Mead are both on the bench. And I say they were probably two of the ones that were the most anti-Jonas, you would imagine, in the playing squad, potentially. But anyway, it is what it is. You know, we've got this team. It should be good enough to beat West Ham, shouldn't it? Let's be honest. It should be. But who knows? Football doesn't always go to plan. I'm a little bit disappointed that Leslie Russo and Stina aren't being picked to play together. We know that works. And so it seems though that wasn't a Jonas issue, was it? That wasn't a Jonas decision. He's the only one who doesn't feel that way. Obviously, Renee obviously feels the same as well about those two playing together. I don't quite know what needs to happen to change that, really. But anyway, let's see. Don't worry too much about the team lineup. The most important thing is that we're going to go out there and win the game. Of course we are. And that's what matters, isn't it? So let's hope that we can do that job and do it fairly comfortably. We are getting ready for the kickoff here. Good to see that Daphne Van Domslaar is now the #1 goalkeeper. I think really we all knew that had to happen. Of course, in the wake of the Bayern Munich game. And Daphne's obviously taken over now, which is great to see. Herman says, Arsenal still unable to provide me to a red senior membership. Therefore, I'm not trying anymore. And what's your renditions? Exactly. That's what you need to do. You know, forget about that. Forget about Arsenal Football Club. Don't give them your money. Just watch us here because it's free. And same with this YouTube ridiculous channel that they've got now, which, you know, I'm not too sure their coverage is actually that good, if I'm honest, on YouTube. But we said this on the show the other night. They're trying to obviously make the WSL more accessible to more people, which is great. But if the coverage is not going to be very good, then it's almost counterproductive, isn't it? It needs to be better. That's the whole point. You know, you need to get proper professional coverage. And unfortunately, that does cost money. Well, I'll do it for free if they ask me. But anyway, well, maybe not free. I might have to pay the expenses, obviously. Miss Pink Socks is saying, good to see you. Hey, everyone, let's get a win. Exactly, yeah, let's get a win today. That's all we need, a victory. And ultimately, at this point, I'm not really bothered how we get that win, whether we go out there and I say smash them 5-0 and have a great performance, or whether we just sneak it over the line. At this stage, it doesn't matter. We just need to win this game. Be nice, obviously, to get a big win. Lots of goals would be really good, wouldn't it? But let's see how it goes. And says camera person needs to sort themselves out. Well, they do. I'd say it's amateurish. It's amateurish production. And I'm sorry, but they want the WSL to get more exposure. I mean, look, he's wiping the bloody camera now with a little tissue. I mean, Christ almighty, mate. What sort of camera they got? You know what I mean? They've got a professional camera with like a little cover over the top of it to stop the rain getting on it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, don't worry about that. Just listen to me instead. It'd be much better. Anyway, it's going to be West Ham to kick off. They will be attacking a goal to our left in this first half in the claret and blue. Arsenal, of course, in this light blue and dark blue and a little bit of pinky purple in there as well. The funky kit that the men wore yesterday didn't do it justice, did they? But the women will today, I'm sure. We did, of course, wear it in pre-season. We are off and underway here at the Chigwell Community Stadium, West Ham versus Arsenal from the WSL. And Arsenal need a victory. That's a long ball forward by West Ham. And it's a good header there from Leia Cadena. She's just gone down in a bit of a heap. But I'm sure she's going to be all right anyway. Herman says there's plenty of talent at Arsenal and they should be able to win. Well, no, you're right, of course. Absolutely. We've got enough talent to win most games, but it doesn't always work like that, does it? That's football. You know, Arsenal men should have beaten Bournemouth yesterday, but various different circumstances kind of led to that not happening. Anyway, Leia Cadena's got an injury quite early on here. She did win a good header, and then did she land awkwardly? Or was it the West Ham player that landed on that? I'm not really sure. Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal, which we've taken. Steph Catley in possession. Plays it back to Leia Cadena, now into midfield, Kim Little. And Steph Catley will also maybe try something a little bit different today. We shall see anyway. Katie McKay's ball. It's a good ball looking for Leslie Russo, but the goalkeeper is out there. Zenik, the Polish goalkeeper for West Ham, of course, no more Mackenzie Arnold, who of course always seem to play well against us. So she's not in goal anymore for West Ham, of course. But they've got these Polish goalkeepers. Anyway, it's a free kick to West Ham just inside their own half. It was Eki there it was fouled. I'm sure she got one of the goals last season when they beat us. Very, very terrible performance that was, wasn't it? It looks as though there may be a problem here for Leia Cadena early on. She did go down before, and we've got a sub warming up already. Not sure if it's Leah Williamson, actually. But anyway, we might have a problem here for Cody very, very early in this game. I don't know if she landed awkwardly when she won that header. Not quite sure what happened anyway. She just won another header. So she seems okay for the time being, but it's now a free kick to West Ham right on the edge of the box. In fact, Leia Cadena there has given away the foul, and Mariona's got an injury as well. We're going down one after the other at the minute. It was a good header, actually, from Leia Cadena, and then it probably was a foul, actually, by Mariona Caldente, just on the edge of the box. This is dangerous, actually. Miss Pink sort of says, has Muriel even played more than one game for West Ham? I don't think she has, actually, no. If she's even played that. Miss Pink says, what happened to Cody? Well, she just seemed like she landed awkwardly. She won a header right at the start of the game, and I think she's going to be okay. I just saw a sub coming out and warming up for Arsenal, but I didn't see who it was. I'm assuming there's not an injury problem already. But Grotz with us, how you doing, my friend? Hi there, how you doing? Good to see you. Anyway, this is a dangerous moment, this, because West Ham have got a free kick right on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. And this is never a good situation to defend, is it? It's always difficult. They've got 3 players over this ball, including, of course, Katerina Gori, their captain. But I think it's going to be Asai with this free kick. It's quite central, just slightly over to this left-hand side. She's going to go for goal over the top of the wall, over the top of the goal, and that is fine. We're happy with that, aren't we? We're happy if it ends up into the stand behind the goal. In fact, hit the kind of boards above the crowd. Actually, that did go into the crowd, actually, right at the back row. If you're in the back row there, you might have got a touch on the ball there very early on. Regina Bill saying, my friend, good to see you. Here's a goal kick to Arsenal. Steph Catley's going to take it. And she just plays it back to Daphne Van Domslaar, who's in yellow as well. The same kit that David Raya wore yesterday. Well, not the same kit David Raya wore, the same colour kit that he wore. Obviously, it's not the same one, is it? I'm assuming. It might be a bit big for her. Anyway, Daphne's now got the ball again at her feet just outside the Arsenal penalty area. Plays it out to Steph Catley over on that far side. Now it's with Katie McCabe. Plays it up that line, looking for Caitlin Ford, who's September Player of the Month, of course. Arsenal trying to come forward now. Frida Marnham does well. It's a ball played over the top again. But again, it's overhit. It's going to run all the way through to the West Ham goalkeeper again. And Arsenal haven't really got going yet. There's no pattern or flow to the game as yet. But West Ham will be pretty happy, won't they? Grot says, once again, I was fooled by YouTube. Yes, of course, we will cast the game. Clicks on the link. Video not available. Yeah, it's a joke, isn't it? It's an absolute joke. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's a YouTube issue or not. I'm not really sure what's happening. But anyway, it's very amateurish. And they're trying to improve the coverage, and that's just not really working, is it? Anyway, Kim Little now for Arsenal. Touches the ball square to Leah Volti, very central. Plays out to that far side. Arsenal's left, Katie McCabe. Oh, she actually has the ball taken off her there by a Pukel. That's a quick throw though by Arsenal. It's going to find Leslie Russo, touches it into the path. It's going to come to, it didn't quite come to Mariona. West Ham managed to scramble it away, but this is now a bit of pressure by Arsenal. Leah Volti plays it back to Leia Cadena. There's some more rain on the camera. You need a little cover, mate. You need a little cover, like a baseball cap cover for your camera. That's what you need. Stops the rain getting on the screen. I don't know why I'm able to tell them this. Honestly, I don't. Anyway, Katie McCabe over on that far side, and Arsenal just starting to settle a little bit now with some possession. Steph Catley plays it up this near side to Leia Cadena. Gets the ball stuck underneath her feet, but manages to get it back to Steph Catley again. And Steph Catley inside the centre circle, plays it into Kim Little, touches it out to that far side. Katie McCabe finds Caitlin Ford now. In fact, it was a Frida Marnham played it on towards Caitlin Ford. And now West Ham have won possession over on. Right, but giving it away again. Leslie Russo's in. Can she get the ball across? Mariana, is it waiting for the pullback? Oh, she tried to pull it back to Frida Marnham instead. It is a corner to Arsenal, but maybe the better ball would have been to Mariona. In fact, I think it might have been an offside. I don't think it was offside because I'm sure that came off a West Ham player. Oh no, it didn't. It did come off an Arsenal play. It was offside against Leslie Russo. I mean, the ball there should have been played earlier to Mariona. Instead, he pulled back to Freedom Island, but it was offside. Got says, I bet it's region based. It might well be. Yeah, it may well be. I don't know. Anyway, stay with us because we'll keep you covered on it. You know, West Ham now in possession up this near side. Arsenal pressing high up the pitch. We've made a good start to this game now. 6 minutes played. Cameron needs a wipe, but don't worry about that. Arsenal just won the ball back. Is Kim Little on the edge of the box? Is she going to try a shot? No, she doesn't try a shot. She plays it square instead to Mariona on the overlap. It's Emily Fox, and now it will be a corner to Arsenal. I don't know why Kim Little didn't try a shot then. Opened up on the edge of the box for her. Have a shot. She waited too long. The space got closed down, and then it was Emily Fox on the overlap, but it's gone behind for a corner to Arsenal. Carson says they need a shield on that camera. They do. We said that before. It needs like a little hat, doesn't it, to stop the rain getting on the screen. But this is YouTube we're talking about. They're not going to, it's just the amateurish. They're probably just using their phone, if anything. Anyway, it is a corner to Arsenal on this near side. Katie McCabe swings it into the edge of the 6-yard box, and West Ham scramble the ball away. Not very convincingly, it has to be said. But Kim Little's now going to pick it up on this near side. Good pressure this from Arsenal. Kim Little whips the ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's cleared away, and it's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Regenda says she was too slow, not like a year ago. Yeah, I think we all know that Kim Little, unfortunately, is coming to the end of a long and illustrious career. I think there's no doubt about that. Anyway, he needs to sort this camera out because it's starting to annoy me now. Leia Cadena now with possession up this near side, plays up the line to Emily Fox. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal. The rain is continuing to pour, and he needs to get his little tissue out again, doesn't he? Oh, here he goes. He's going to give it a wipe. There you go, mate. That's it. Give it a good wipe. So that's what you need to do. You're going to need a hat on it, or it's going to be happening again. But anyway, he hasn't really cleaned it very well, has he? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He needs a better hanky, doesn't he? Miss Pinkzot says, I want to wipe my screen. Yeah, so do I. I just know what he needs to do, and he's just not doing it, is he? Anyway, Arsenal in possession on this near side. Mariona Caldente plays it square to Kim Little. Ball, that's a poor one. It's cut out. She's looking for Leah Volti, but Arsenal won the ball back high up the pitch with Emily Fox, who took a knock. She's going to have to get back into position as West Ham are trying to come forward. And that's a ball chipped over the top over on that far side. It's actually a good ball, and Steph Catley's going to have to come across. She did concede a penalty here, of course, last season. The cross comes in. It was up that end of the ground as well, actually, wasn't it, if you remember? Oh, and Arsenal giving it away inside the penalty area. It's going to be a goal kick. Got away with that there. Carson says they should just put a cloth over it. Then they won't have to wipe it. I know, yeah, we'll just put something there. Do you know what I mean? They must be able to, they must have some sort of little cover they can get. But he says got subtitles. You don't need subtitles. Just listen to us here. It looks a little bit cleaner there, the camera. Did you swipe that? I wasn't watching. Maybe you did. It does look a little bit cleaner now. Have they got a new? They maybe found a cover. Maybe that's what they've done. Maybe he's got a new camera. Maybe he's got his other phone out. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now. Katie McCabe over on that far side gets the ball back, plays it square to Steph Catley, brings it forward for Arsenal very, very slowly. He's not under no pressure whatsoever. He's not really sure who to give it to. So he just gives it to Kim Little. Herbert says, is Palova still on injury list? Yeah, she'll be out most of the season, my friend. She will be out most of the season. ACL. Regenda says, different camera with larger focus. Well, it might be, yeah. It's just a better camera, obviously, this one. Let's hope it stays that way. Giant says, the camera reminds me of something you used to see in the 80s, wiping the screen with a hanky. Exactly, yeah. That used to be what it was like, didn't it? Greg says, not a great start. Looks a bit rushed. A little bit forced, I would say. Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, we're trying to slow things down a little bit now with Steph Catley finds Kim Little again. She's closed down quite quickly, but gets the ball up this near side. Emily Fox goes past Leia Cadena goes past the West Ham player aside, but it has gone out. In fact, it's a free kick to Arsenal. 10 minutes have been played in the rain and the storm here at the Chigwell Community Stadium, the home of Dagenham and Redbridge, and of course the West Ham women's team, as we know. Carson says it feels like quality from the first touchscreen phones. That's what I think he's got. He's just got his phone, and that's what he's done. He's just watching it on his phone. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward over on that far side, and Leslie Russo goes down. Was that a foul by Psychic? I'm not really sure if it was, but they've given the ball away inside the area. Mariona Caldente, and Frida Marnham chips it towards the goal. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but it's gone behind. It is going to be a goal kick to West Ham. And Arsenal again lacking a little bit of confidence inside the penalty. It was a poor back pass, actually. Mariona was onto it quickly. And then Frida Marnham, not quite sure what she was thinking there, chipped it over the top. And it is a goal kick to West Ham. At least we're keeping the rain off this camera. I don't know if they found a little hood for it. Maybe they have. Who knows? Anyway, West Ham are trying to play it out from the back, which everybody does, and they're just giving it away. Mariona now on its near side. Is that going to be a free kick to Arsenal? I think it might well be. Which Mariona's going to take on this near side. It's about 10 yards in from this touchline. Midway inside at the West Ham half. Good opportunity to get this ball into the box. And Frida Marnham is, in fact, going to take it back in the starting lineup today. She made a big impact from the bench the other night in the Champions League game. She had a good start to the season, Frida Marnham, actually. Anyway, it looks like Katie McCabe actually might be taking this now. In swinging it with her left foot. She's got her arm up. Not quite sure what they put her arm up for, really, other than to just maybe to point out it's them that's going to take it. I don't know. Anyway, Katie McCabe comes up with this with her left foot. Ballsy, far post header comes in. It's across the goal, right across the goal. I think it was Steph Catley there. She did score for Arsenal on this stadium 2 seasons ago. And she came close again there, the free kick. I think it might have been Leslie Russo actually with the head out far post. It went wide anyway. Oh, he's getting his little hanky out again. It's all happening here in East London. And it is West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. There's more action on the camera. We've been wiping his screen and it's been on the pitch so far. But anyway, Carson says, thoughts on the sacking. I'm glad they got rid of Jonas. The players seem happier now. They just need to find someone who will make them better and keep them happy as a team. Well, he wasn't sacked, was he? He resigned, but first off, which, yes, was it just his decision? We'll never know. I don't think the players necessarily seem any different to me. People have said that the other night. I thought the other night's performance was a typical Jonas performance. So far in this game, it's a typical Jonas performance. I don't think there's been any difference at all. Why would there be? Renee was his assistant. They worked together for quite a long time before she came to Arsenal. So, there's not going to be any much change while she's in charge. And I don't think the players look any different than what they did before. I don't think the performances have changed. The game the other night and this one so far, it's the same. We're playing the same pattern. We're playing the same way. And I don't think Jonas was necessarily the problem. I don't believe he was. I think the players need to look at themselves. That's a long ball forward, which Leslie Russo reaches and touches it off to Emily Fox. Now it's with Russo again on this near side. Thought about getting across it. Instead, she finds Emily Fox. Will she get across it? No, she plays it back to Leia Cadena. She might get across it. No, she doesn't. She plays it to Mariona. That's a ball. Tries to get Emily Fox in. Wasn't the greatest ball, actually. And it's a centre forward, actually, back doing some defensive work and does well. But West Ham have given the ball away to Kim Little. Now it's played out to the far side. Caitlin Ford's got a strapping on her right hand. Goes around the outside and wins a corner for Arsenal again. Good play from Caitlin Ford. In good form at the moment. Grot says there, well, his birthday turned out to be pretty crappy, just as I predicted. As Young Garden to lose against their nemesis, Hamabi. As usual, the game is on hold right now, but down by 2. 5 minutes left. Oh dear. And Arsenal men lost yesterday, yep. And the ARC game today will not even be broadcast here in Sweden. You're not having much fun there, mate, are you? Stay with us. We'll cheer you up. Well, we'll try anyway. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal over on that far side. Frida Marnham is going to take it. Although Katie McCabe's there as well. But it's going to be Frida Marnham with it. It's long towards the far post. Oh, it almost curled in, actually. I don't know if the wind's blowing across that way. Almost blew the ball into that corner of the net, actually. But in the end, it has gone behind for a goal kick. Maybe just need to take a little bit more off that. It may well have reached the head there of Leia Cadena, who did score, of course, in Bayern Munich a couple of weeks ago. But couldn't reach that one. And it is going to be a goal kick to West Ham. 15.5 minutes played. West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. Not the most exciting game yet. I don't think the conditions necessarily helping, obviously. But anyway, Arsenal have been a bit slow getting going. Although we've dominated the possession, we haven't really done an awful lot with it as yet. And we certainly haven't tested the goalkeeper at all. in these opening 15 and 16 minutes now. Steph Catley inside the centre circle finds Katie McCabe over on that left-hand side. Katie McCabe tries to get a better angle, plays it out to Caitlin Ford right over on that far touchline. That's not a great ball from her, but she has won the throw just in front of the West Ham dugout, of course. The West Ham manager, Rhianna Skinner, of course, used to be the Tottenham manager, didn't she? So I'm sure she would enjoy beating Arsenal, but obviously she's not going to today because Arsenal are going to win, as we know. Anyway, the ball's now back with Daphne van Domselaar, the new Arsenal goalkeeper. Had a good start to her Arsenal career. Looks very assured. Kim Little there's giving the ball away. It was a bad first touch, and suddenly West Ham are in. Good tackle by Leah Cadena. That was Asai was almost in there, and the ball bounces through to Daphne van Domselaar, and it was Kim Little there. A bit of a loose first touch, and then she was stretching for the pass. Gave it straight to West Ham, and suddenly we were having to defend, but it was good play by Leah Cadena. Kim Little's just not in very good form at the moment at all, is she? It's quite sad to see, actually. Anyway, ball played up that far side. Caitlin Ford's done well. He's going to fall here to Leslie Russo. She's done well to hold off the defender now. Kim Little this time. It's a better ball. Finds Mariona Caldente. Fires it into Frida Martin, who does well. That's a good tackle on her, actually, there. A really good tackle. And West Ham managed to get the ball away. It was Lee Mengwin there with a tackle. The Chinese defender. Good play from her. And now the ball is all the way up the other end of the pitch. Back with Daphne van Domselaar finds Kim Little. She sort of almost treads on the ball, which is what Leah Cadena did a bit earlier. Not sure if there's some problem with their footwear. Anyway, that's a long ball by Kim Little over to that far side. Again, it's not a good ball. Again, it's cleared away by West Ham. And Arsenal turning over possession a little bit too often in this period of the game. 18 minutes play, West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. You do feel the first goal in this game is going to be so important. If Arsenal get it, you feel we'll settle down and go on and win. Although last year we did lead 1-0 at half-time and still managed to find a way to lose it. But you do feel as though that's probably how the game will go. But if West Ham were to get the first goal with the pressure that we're under, you do worry, don't you? You do worry about where this game might end up going. But let's see. It is still 0-0 coming up towards the 20-minute mark. West Ham now trying to come forward up this near side. It's a good ball. It's another good ball played on. I think it might be onside here. Uki's in, although the flag's up. It was offside. Looked like it was quite a tight one there. West Ham was almost in. A good line, though, by Arsenal. It needed to be as well. Or we could have been in a little bit of trouble there, actually. Yeah, it's definitely taken that free kick to Steph Catley just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. Gets it back. The Dutch goalkeeper. Now she's going to go long. Up this near side. Leslie Russo is after it. Can she keep it in? No, she can't. It's gone out for a throw to West Ham. Good defending again. That was by Zadolski, another former Tottenham player. And it is a throw to West Ham, which Anouk Denton's going to take on this near side. At least they've sorted the camera out. Either the rain stopped or they've just managed to get a cover for the camera. I'm not sure which of those two things has happened, but it's a little bit better than it was. I mean, it's still not a great picture, is it? Obviously, it's just from a cheap camera. But anyway, oh, that's a nice ball played on. Russo's inside the box. Is this going to be the moment? Oh, she fires it across the goal. And that was a quick play there from Arsenal. I think it was Frida Marnham's ball. Put Russo in. It was a quick throw from Emily Fox. It was a lovely little flick, actually, from Frida Marnham. And Leslie Russo turned away from the goal and then fired it across, looking for that bottom corner. Couldn't quite get the angle right. It's going to be a goal kick to West Ham. That was better, though, wasn't it? Nice ball that was there from Frida Marnham. And maybe she could have took a first-time shot there, Leslie Russo. But instead, she took the ball over to the sort of onto her right foot, and then pulled it wide of that far post. Anyway, West Ham now give the ball away again in midfield. Kim Little's battling for it and putting West Ham under pressure, but they managed to beat that press. But they don't beat the second press, and now Leah Cadena's got a little bit of time. Touches the ball off to Mariona Caldente. Plays it into midfield. Kim Little threads it forward. That looked like a foul on Leslie Russo, but the referee says no, but Arsenal pick the ball up again anyway. West Ham can't keep possession here. It's all Arsenal, but we still haven't really created too much. Now Mariona's going to try and change that on the edge of the penalty. Threads it through to Emily Fox. Is this going to be another goal for Emily Fox? Oh, good save there by the goalkeeper with her foot. But it only comes out as far as Kim Little on the edge of the box, and that's Mariona. It's a lovely ball actually there from Mariona Caldente. Put Emily Fox in. She did score the other night, almost got another goal very, very quickly, but it wasn't to be. And that's with Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Now it's with Leah Volti on the edge of the West Ham penalty. It plays out to that far side to Caitlin Ford again. And then she touches it back to Steph Catley. It's much better from Arsenal. That was a big moment there. Good save it was by the goalkeeper with her legs. Otherwise, Emily Fox may well have got a second goal. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. That's a good ball. Can Caitlin Ford get across in? She can't because it was well defended, actually. And it is going to be another corner, though, to Arsenal. But this was lovely play. Mariona Caldente's lovely ball. Emily Fox on the charge. And the goalkeeper just managed to get her foot to that shot to keep it out. But it is a corner to Arsenal over on that far side. We're midway through this first half nearly. West Ham nil, Arsenal nil. Arsenal starting to exert a lot more pressure towards that West Ham goal as we look to try and get this breakthrough. It's a corner over on that far side. Again, it's Freedom Island with it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. An Arsenal player's gone down, but the West Ham defender just headed it away. It was Menguin again, but now it's with Alessi Russo on this near side. Emily Fox has gone on a run outside. Russo keeps possession, goes back to Mariona Caldente. Now it's with Leah Volti. Chips it towards the far post. Freedom Island's there, but doesn't reach her. It's headed away quite comfortably in the end by West Ham, and now they're trying to play through the Arsenal press up that far side. And they've won a throw. They've done well actually there. Again, Arsenal maybe not quite getting the final ball quite right, are we? We've had some nice little moments on the edge of the penalty area, some nice exchanges of play, but not the right final ball. But Emily Fox was almost in just a moment ago. And that's the nearest we've come to a goal at either end. Now it's West Ham's chance to come forward over on that far side. But that's a poor ball. Mariona will pick that up, turns and looks for a forward pass, finds Kim Little, and she manages to get the ball out to this near side. Emily Fox almost got her second goal in the week, which would be quite astonishing, really, when you think she hasn't scored before. Anyway, Steph Catley now inside the centre circle, finds Kim Little, gets it back again. Steph Catley. She's got Kate McCabe outside, but gives it back to Kim Little inside the centre circle. And then Kim Little finds Leah Cadena on this near side, touches it back in to Kim Little. This is good from Arsenal. Leah Volti tries to play the ball through there for the run of Alessi Russo. It was well defended by West Ham, and they've defended pretty well so far, West Ham. You've got to say, you've got to give them credit for that. And the ball stays in over on that far side. And it is now back with Steph Catley. 24 minutes played here at the Chigwell Community Stadium. West Ham nil, Arsenal nil, but Arsenal doing all the attacking here. Mariona Caldente finds Emily Fox on this near side. She's got forward well in this first half, but West Ham again clear the ball away. And they'll be looking for a counter-attack now. Probably their best hope of finding a goal in this game, but that's gone out of play. You can see West Ham lack the quality, really, don't they? They're working hard, and they've defended well, but they do lack quality at the other end of the pitch, or getting the ball up there, really. Their final pass forward has generally been poor. And apart from that free kick very, very early on, they've not really looked like they're going to score in this game. But I'm sure we said that last year and the year before. And we didn't win either of those two games. So we need to find a goal. We need to find a breakthrough here. We won a free kick. Katie McCabe takes it over on that far side, lofts it up that line, looking for the run of Alessi Russo. It's not going to find her. The West Ham goalkeeper's out of her penalty area, shuffles it away. Oh, and that's good play from West Ham, actually, now trying to pass the ball through midfield. This is good. This is really good from West Ham. Now it's a Sayo in over on that far side, but that's a good tackle there from Steph Catley. And the ball goes back to Daphne Van Domselaar. Suddenly West Ham there, probably the best bit of football they've played so far in this game. Stretched us a little bit there, but in the end, Arsenal managed to deal with that. And the ball is now back with Daphne Van Domselaar finds Steph Catley. I'm sure it was Steph Catley's tackle there just on the edge of the penalty area that prevented Asai from getting in. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward, and this is nice. Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Alessi Russo's in the penalty area. Caitlin Ford gone past one defender, pulls it back. Oh, just it was behind Frida Martin, who made that run into the box that she so often does. Anyway, looked like a free kick there, but referee says play on. Mariona Caldente manages to keep the ball, and Arsenal maybe didn't make the most of that, actually. Anyway, Kim Little now in possession for Arsenal, finds Mariona Caldente again, chips the ball in, looking for Leslie Russo. She's got the header in, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. Comfortable save. And another Arsenal attack comes to nothing. There does seem to be a little bit of a lack of cutting edge to this team. For all our neat and tidy football, we are lacking an end product. Obviously not scored enough goals in the WSL this season at all, have we? Just 4, in fact, so far. Which isn't really enough, is it, in 4 games? Not if you're going to be serious about challenging for the title. Anyway, the ball stayed in and West Ham in possession now. And Arsenal not pressing this time, just letting West Ham knock it around at the back. Now Frida goes to engage in a press, but she's the only one. And you can't do it just one at a time. You have to go together, really, don't you? Frida's trying to close down again, and now West Ham playing it forward. Almost a nice bit of link-up play there between the West Ham front two, but Arsenal pick up possession. And Leah Cadane has done well there, actually. Leaves it Yuki on her backside with a nice little turn, and the ball goes back to Daphne. Pings it out to that far side to Katie McCabe. This is good play from Arsenal now. Can we find something up the other end of the pitch, though? It's all nice and neat and tidy football, which we've done pretty well in this opening 27.5 minutes, but we're lacking any sort of cohesion in the front three. In that final third, it's just not quite happening, is it? Steph Catley now in possession. A little bit of space, dinks the ball over the top, looking for the running behind. It's a good running behind from Caitlin Ford. Can she get there? The defenders managed to get a touch on it. In fact, it may well have been an offside anyway. Looked for a minute as though Caitlin Ford was going to be in there. Ball dinked over the top by her fellow Australian, and it was offside from Caitlin Ford. And Arsenal still struggling to find this breakthrough. It's going to be a free kick to West Ham just outside their penalty area. I'm pretty sure she would have been offside a bit further back. Anyway, long free kick played forward. Steph Catley wins the first header and the second header. She's done well there, actually. We said Arsenal maybe lacks a little bit of aerial strength, but Steph Catley's done well, actually. And Arsenal trying to win the ball back again, and Frida Marnham's in there. Caitlin Ford's in there. And that is a free kick, a little bit too aggressive there from Caitlin over on that far side. It's going to be a free kick to West Ham right in front of their dugout. And one of the substitutes here just rolls the ball back into play. And it's going to be a free kick now, which Shannon Cook is going to take. About 5 yards in from that far touchline, just inside the West Ham half. Goes long towards the edge of the Arsenal penalty. It's headed up by Mariona, by Leah Cadena. Sorry, it's gone behind it. It's a corner to West Ham. And another piece of defending for Arsenal to have to do. We haven't had to do much defending in this first half so far, but we will have to now. Coming up to the half-hour mark. And it's a corner to West Ham. They take it sort of short towards the edge of the penalty area. Chance for a shot curled in, but it's gone too high over the top of the crossbar there. It was Katerina Gorey, one of the other Australians playing today. And of course, there is talk that maybe Arsenal might have another Australian manager coming very soon. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out in the fullness of time. Of course, another win today won't do Rene's chances any harm, will it? Of getting a job on a more permanent basis. Too often, though, what I've found is clubs tend to appoint an interim manager. The interim manager maybe stays in charge for 2 or 3 games, gets a couple of good results, and they give him a job full time. And to me, that's not necessarily the right approach, is it? It's probably easier than looking for someone from outside. But I think in this particular case, I think if Arsenal want to be a serious team, be taken as a serious team, we need to get a proper experienced manager at the top level who's won trophies at the top level in women's football. That's what we need. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Frida Marnham's done quite well, but It was good tackle action on there by Gorey. And now West Ham should clear it away. But Leslie Russo's blocked that clearance, but it has gone behind for a goal kick to West Ham. 31 minutes played. Still 0-0. Still not too many efforts at goal from either side. Arsenal obviously have been a better team. We knew they would be, of course. But we haven't really created very much, have we, yet in this game? A couple of half chances, really. Although there was a good save from the West Ham goalkeeper with her feet to deny Emily Fox, who's now in possession inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Arsenal looking for that breakthrough. It's been a difficult start to the season. We know that. And if we are going to keep ourselves in this WSL title race, nothing less than 3 points will do. But West Ham coming forward up this near side with Nick Denton's done really well, actually. But she took too long there, and Kim Little came back and won the ball off. And that would have been a free kick for Arsenal. But Kim Little's picked up possession. Now Arsenal may have had a chance again. Kim Little's give the ball away. She's had a really poor first half. The Arsenal captain, really poor. And now West Ham looking for a chance inside the box, but the ball's run through to Daphne Van Domselaar. And she just rolls the ball out here again to Emily Fox. Strides forward towards halfway, plays up the line. Leslie Russo's onside on this near side, gets towards the penalty area. What's the cross like? It's not a bad cross. It's headed out though by West Ham, only as far as Emily Fox. So again on this near side. Ms. Pinksock says, too many poor passes indeed. There has been too many poor passes. I know the wind probably isn't helping, but come on. We should be better than this. Katie McKay plays the ball forward. Oh, that's a poor touch off there from Caitlin Ford. Just said about poor passes. There was a poor pass there. And there's a poor bit of control there by West Ham player over on that far side. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Katie McKay with it. Up towards Frida Myram. Again, Frida can't get that ball under control, and now West Ham can try and come forward themselves. But they've just given the ball away, but they haven't, because it's a free kick to West Ham. It was Uki there was fouled, and it's going to be Katerina Gorey with a free kick. The ball was moving there. The referee has blown there a moving ball for that free kick. It's going to have to be taken again. I think if you take a free kick with a moving ball, the free kick should go the other way. That's what I think should happen. Anyway, Man City did win earlier on today. They beat Aston Villa 2-1. Had to come from behind, as they did last week. So, you know, people are saying, oh, Arsenal out of the title race. Well, you know, Man City, they've been getting results, but they've had to struggle. They've been struggling to get results. And I don't think that it's not going to be too long until they start dropping some points as well. So, you know, I mean, Chelsea, of course, we know they don't drop too many points today. But I think everyone will be dropping points this season. Hopefully we've dropped most of ours already. And if we have, we're still in it, aren't we? But we can't afford to drop any more today. And so far, we don't look as though we're going to be able to, do we? Anyway, it's a goal kick to Arsenal. Daphne Van Domselaar is in possession. Tries to bring the ball forward over on that far side. Caitlin Ford battling away for the ball. Gets it back to Steph Catley. Into Kim Little. Touches it back off to Steph Catley again. It's back with Kim Little. It's a lot of the ball, but giving it away far too many times. Almost dilly-dallies on it too long and nearly gives it away again. She wanted a bit more forward movement, which didn't happen. Arsenal kept possession though, but only inside their own half. Steph Catley now dinks the ball over the top. Again, looking for Caitlin Ford over on that far side. It comes to Katie McCabe instead. Not had too much impact in this game, Katie McCabe, as yet. Kim Little turns back, plays it back again to Steph Catley. Pops it into midfield to Leah Volti. And Arsenal struggling really to break down this West Ham team on a ground where we've not done too well in recent years. Saw a video earlier of that 9-1 victory back in, was it 2021? Or no, 2020, I think it was. 9-1, if you remember that game. Those days are long gone, not only from an Arsenal perspective, just from a WSL, because even the weaker teams are much stronger now than they were back then. So, you know, you're not going to see too many 9-1s anymore. Certainly not from this Arsenal team. We don't really have too many goals in us, which is surprising with the attacking players that we've got. Just need to find a way to make them gel. Anyway, Kim Little now, she's yet to score this season. He was Katie McCabe. Dinks the ball's at far post, headed out by West Ham, only as far as Kim Little again. Now she finds Mariona Caldente, touches it back to Leia Cadena, the two Spaniards combining. And Arsenal find this breakthrough, 36 minutes on the clock. Steph Catley touches it into Leah Volti, gets it back, Steph Catley. Now it's with Leia Cadena again, striding towards the edge of the penalty area, touches it off to Mariona Caldente, plays it into Kim Little. Mariona's off on a run. She didn't get the ball back. It's gone the other way. Katie McCabe was closed down quite quickly. She's done well though, Katie McCabe. Can she keep it in? She does keep it. It's a nice ball as well too. Caitlin Ford. This is good play from Arsenal. If we can get a goal from this, it'll be a really good goal. We must have had 30 passes already. Steph Catley now touches it in to Leah Volti. Gets it back. Steph Catley. Leah Cadena's in a bit of space, but goes into Leah Volti. Maybe that wasn't the right ball, and West Ham win it back. Steph is straight in there with a tackle, but it has fallen to West Ham over on that far side. Ball chipped in towards the side. That's a good heading over from Leah Cadena. And Leah Volti this time touches it off to Katie McCabe. 37 minutes on the clock. West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. And we're still waiting for some sort of spark from Arsenal in this game. We're playing quite well. We're keeping possession well. A few sloppy passes here and there, but in the final third, it's just we've just shown no quality at all. Anyway, Emily Fox now looking to change all of that. She comes forward up this near side. Good defending again by West Ham. By Anouk Denton again, who's done pretty well actually for West Ham. It's a throw to Arsenal. Emily Fox is going to take it. Throws it back to Leia Cadena. Can she get a cross in? She thought about it, changed her mind. Now she threads the ball through into the box to Leslie Russo. Touches it off to Emily Fox. And again, Arsenal can't get the ball into the box. Leia Cadena now plays it square to Kim Little. Touches it off to Leia Cadena. And no one can tell me this isn't exactly like a Jonas performance from the last year and a half. It's exactly the same. I knew it would be because, you're not going to get any change over when you've got a coach who worked with him. Anyway, Caitlin Ford now looking to change that. Can she get a goal like she did last week? Not quite, because that cross has been deflected behind and it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Our set piece haven't been too good in this game. Are we going to find a goal somewhere here instead? It's a corner again over on that far side. And again, it's going to be Frida Marnham to take it. Arsenal got plenty of bodies in the box. Take it short this time. Frida Martin have a different angle. Plays it back to Kim Little. Now she's going to dink across towards the far post. Again, it's a West Ham head. Gets it away. Mariona Caldente is trying to get on the end of it. It will be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Arsenal's right. Mariona is going to take it herself. Finds Leah Volti. Now it's with Emily Fox. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It's over hit though, but Caitlin Ford should keep it in over on that far side. She does well, Caitlin Ford. Held up well by the defender and she manages to win a throw. And it is going to be Katie McCabe with it. A few West Ham players there warming up over on that far side. As Katie McCabe prepares to take this throw in, we're 5 minutes away from half time. It is still 0-0, and Asai was booked there. I'm not quite sure what she was booked for, kicking the ball away, I assume. A cross comes in towards that far post, looking for Frida Marnham. Again, West Ham head it away, but they're giving it away on the edge of their box with Mariona Caldente. Finds Emily Fox. Again, she can't quite get a cross in and plays it back to Leia Cadena. Gets it back again, Emily Fox. Plays it square. It's a nice ball to Leah Volti on the edge of the box. Can she get a shot in? Leah Volti does get a shot in, and it's a good save, and that's one of the best efforts that we've had in this first half. Leah Volti done well there on the edge of the box. Found a little bit of space there, turned away from the defender, and then with her left foot, wasn't a bad effort. Hit it, struck it quite well, but it was fairly close to the goalkeeper. Was a fairly comfortable save, but it still needed to be saved, and it was saved. West Ham now trying to play it out from the back. Causing themselves a few problems. They've lost the ball again. They've done that a few times. I don't know why teams insist on doing that. Kim Little coming forward again. Is she going to try a shot from the edge of the box? No, she doesn't. Instead, she plays it out to this near side to Mariona Caldente, and she took a little bit too long to get that ball under control, and it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal just by the corner flag on this near side. Emily Fox is going to take it. Can Arsenal get the goal before half-time? We've got 4 minutes left. There won't be much stoppage time in this first half, maybe a minute if we're lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. If we can get a goal, then we want much more, do we? Anyway, Mariona Caldente has kept the ball in, finds Emily Fox again on this near side, in towards the edge of the penalty area, and Leslie Russo's cross is blocked. Is that going to be another corner to Arsenal? It is indeed. No, it isn't. It's given us a goal kick. And that ends that attack. Herman says there, it seems nobody takes the ball by the horns. No, you're right. We don't seem to be, do we? No one wants to grab this game by the scruff of the neck and drive us forward. And that's what's happening, isn't it? Greg says, this is not working. We should be more direct. Exactly, yeah. But I say this is the same way we've played when Jonas was here, that everybody said wasn't any good. And suddenly now, because Jonas isn't here, they seem to think they prefer it now when it's exactly the same. But you're right, we need to be more direct. I would obviously get more attackers on. I would get Stina on, obviously, but I can't see us making any subs until the 60th minute like we normally do. That seems to be the way it goes. It seems to be a thing with Arsenal, with both the men and the women's team. Anyway, Kim Little now looking to break through from midfield. But again, she lacks that pace to get away from anyone, so has to go back. She got it back again. Robert Rivers, he says, hi, Richard, guys, great to be back. Good to see you, my friend. Quite says, bring back Jonas. Well, I don't know about bring back Jonas, but it's certainly no different, is it, having Jonas not here than it so far? I say it's not surprising, is it, when it's his coach that's taking charge. Anyway, Katie McCabe looking to try and take control of this game. Somebody needs to, because it hasn't been that great from Arsenal. For all the neat and tidy football we've played in 2/3 of the pitch, as soon as it gets up this end, the final third here is where it all too often breaks down. Caitlin Ford looking to change. That's a lovely 1-2 with Frida Marlon. Can Caitlin Ford keep it in? She does, but it is going to be a throw over on that far side. And again, the play breaks down in that final third. And it is a throw to West Ham into the last 2 minutes now of normal time at the end of this first half. It's not been great, has it? It's not been great at all. And we still await the first goal. The first WSL goal of Renee's reign as well. That was a long, hopeful ball there. Grot says, I'd love to see Ian Wright and Henri taking on the manager's chair at Arsenal. Of course not. No, we said this the other night, didn't we? You need someone who's got experience of managing women's football. That's what you need. It's no good having people that have only ever worked in men's football. I don't think that would work. You need someone who's got that experience of, because working with women footballers is completely different to working with men's footballers. Unless you've got experience of that, you're going to struggle. So no, that's not what I would like to see. Club legends as they are, there's plenty of club legends that have worked in the women's team that could do the job, as opposed to people that haven't. Anyway, to come to West Ham, this could be one of the last opportunities of this first half. There's a lot of Arsenal fans behind that goal, away to our left-hand side. Don't want to see this ball end up in that net, do we? From this corner. We need to do some defending here if we're going to keep the score at 0-0 going into half-time. Corner's fired in towards the near post, cleared away by Frida Marnham, only as far as Gorey. Chips it in again, another header away. I think that was Leah Volti. And then Emily Fox with the next header, but West Ham have picked the ball up again. It's back into the box again. And the chip cross there, just a little bit too far ahead there of Shannon Cook, who got forward. And it's gone behind. It's a goal kick. Arsenal taking it quickly into the last 30 seconds of normal time. There's not going to be much stoppage time either, is there? Ange B says, definitely not Henri. Well, no, not Henri. Not anybody that hasn't. I don't want to see anybody that hasn't managed in women's football. Don't care who they are. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Ball chipped over the top. Looking for Frida Marlon, but she's offside. And West Ham's defensive line has been pretty solid. We've reached the 45-minute mark. We're just going to see how much more stoppage time we are going to get. Anyway, it's going to be a free kick to West Ham. It's a minute. I thought there might be a minute. I wasn't expecting much more. Although not much has happened in the game as such, it has flowed. Anyway, Caitlin Ford now. This will be Arsenal's last chance of this first half. Can we get the goal, which could be so important? Leo Volti plays it to Kim Little. Kim Little plays up this near side. Mariana Caldente. This is going to be the last chance of the first half. We can get the ball into the box, but we don't want to get the ball into the box. We're going backwards again. Leia Caldente plays out to this near side. Mariana Caldente. Now it's Emily Fox. Surely she's going to cross it now. She does cross it to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away. Good header away it was as well from Sayak. And in fact, there goes the half-time whistle. The tunnel, of course, is behind that goal. Over on that far side, West Ham are congratulating themselves for a solid first half defensive display. It is West Ham 0, Arsenal 0, and yes, not really good enough from Arsenal, if we're totally honest. We're passing the ball too slowly, it's sideways and backwards. A couple of West Ham players are having a discussion on the pitch there. Zadorsky, they saying a goalkeeper. Robert says, well, watching this game, I see there are so many mistakes. Like Ford wins the ball, loads of space around her, and not one player makes run into space to meet her for the pass. No, exactly, you're right, yeah. As Pinktop says, not good. I think not good pretty much sums it up, really. It seems to be in that final third where it's all breaking down. We've passed the ball reasonably well in our own half, and then we break forward. And apart from one or two moments there, they just showed Emily Fox's effort. Just didn't quite come off, did it? And there was a header from Russo. Of course, there was a shot from Leah Volti, but that's pretty much been it. Greg says, are we playing Arteta tactics? Well, we are kind of, aren't we? I just can't understand why we're not being a little bit more direct. Why isn't anybody prepared to take on a player, go on a run, take the ball past somebody, do something a bit off the cuff? That's what I want to see a little bit more. Take a few risks. Yeah, you don't get much success unless you take some risks. And I think that we need to take more risks. And if we take more risks, we may well get a goal. LG says we need a new manager ASAP. Rene is just a Jonas ripoff. Yeah, I mean I kind of agree with you. I mean the whole point is if Jonas is going, which he's gone, it's no good appointing one of his coaches because you're not going to see changes. But let's be honest, that was obvious going to happen in the short term because I think Jonas leaving was a little bit unexpected in the timing of it. I don't think the club would have sacked him quite yet. So obviously they wasn't prepared. So they've had to bring in Rene just temporarily. I mean, if they offer a job full time, if they did offer a job full time, I think that would be a big mistake. And I don't think the club can progress. We might as well have just done more to convince Jonas to stay if that was going to be the case. So I don't believe that is what's going to happen. I hope not, because the whole point is the fact they've allowed Jonas to go means we can have a fresh start. And that means a fresh start bringing in somebody else into the club and going with something different. Because what Jonas has tried to do has had some success, but not enough. And I think that's the point, isn't it now? Is what we need to do. LG says there no risk, no reward. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's too safe. It's too safe, isn't it? And yeah, sport is about taking risks, isn't it? It's about doing the unexpected and doing something a little bit different to create something that's unexpected. And that's how you win. That's how you win. And we're not prepared to do that because it seems as though we're quite happy just to play safe. And is that a manager issue? I don't think it's just an Arsenal issue. I think it's going on in football in general. I think there's much less risks being taken now in modern football. Anyway, Robert says there far too much back passing in this game. No runners. Yes, Richie, that last stage needs players to challenge and run at the defence. Many things can happen, and you just said it. Risk it to win. Exactly, that's what you've got to do. You've got to take risks at some point in a game. Yes, you can't take silly risks because then you might lose, and of course that would be a disaster. But a 0-0 draw for us in this game isn't really any good, is it? It's not really any good to us. A 0-0 draw. Let's be honest. A draw in any sort of draw is not really any good to us. We have to win. We have to win. We have to take some more risks in the second half. And I hope that's what we do. We need to. Grot says, I'll try to find me a pirate stream for this. The official stream seems to be region locked and no channel shows the game. So going to the pub is Slutelt. I don't know what that means, but I will look it up. It sounds quite fun. Herman says the players should use their experience and get more aggressive to break the West Ham defence plan. Well, is there a plan B? We're not sure yet, are we? Greg says West Ham are offering nothing. We should have Stina on take off Kim and go for it. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I mean, I would do that anyway. I'd have played her from the start. But anyway, let's see. Jonas says, Robert says, Jonas was a shocking manager. He had his way, it failed, and then he had the best of the squad to choose from a previous. Well, you see, you say that, but you know, we've got the same players now and a different manager, and we're not playing any better. So is it the manager? Is it a manager problem or is it a player problem? This is what we need to look at a little bit more. We'll find out more when the new manager comes in. And when we've got a new manager, and we'll see, obviously they need time to get their ideas across, to understand the players and work on it. But we'll see more when we get a new management. Because at the moment, it's like, well, obviously this manager that we had didn't appear to be getting the best out of these players. But I say, is that a player problem or is it a manager problem? We still don't know, do we? We're going to find out, obviously, over the next few weeks and months potentially. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Herman says the players are also to blame. Yeah, they are. Absolutely, they are to blame. 100% they are to blame. Robert says my last comment was thinking exactly as you said. Yeah, I mean, let's wait and see what happens. I mean, it's pointless trying to judge it now because we can't do, because at the end of the day, we haven't got a new manager yet. And I'm sure we're going to get one. And then we'll have to give them a little bit of time to work on one or two bits and bobs. And then hopefully we'll see some improvements. We're not far away, are we? Let's be honest. It's just something in that final third isn't quite working, is it? For whatever reason it is. But we'll get there. I'm sure we will. And we'll probably win this game today. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly nip away for a quick drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Stay with us for the second half because it is going to be a lot better. I promise. So welcome back for the second half coming very, very shortly for you. We've got a few comments, and Robert says, I will say we have had far too many players come in the team far too soon. The structure has vanished, the style of players vanished. It used to flow. Now we have too many new players. Well, not necessarily too many new players. I mean, you need to keep the squad fresh, but it's clearly not working at the moment, is it? Greg says, I really think it's a coaching problem with a talented squad and not getting the best out of them. Obviously that's a big part of it, I agree, but do the players not maybe need to do more? For me, I think they do. I think players need to take a bit more responsibility, not just in this Arsenal team. I just mean in general. It's easy, isn't it, just to say, oh, this is not working, and not bother to try to make it work. Anyway, LG says, we are not brave. When players close us down, instead of taking them on, we just play it safe and pass it back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do. That's exactly what we're doing. And says, let's hope they can turn it around second half. Well, I mean, we don't need to turn it around so much. We just need to just show a little bit more invention in that final third. Do something a little bit different. Even Mariona, we know, she's a top quality player. She's won big trophies at the top level, playing for one of the best teams in women's football, and even she's playing it sideways and backwards. Even she's not prepared to take any risks. I'm not sure why, but anyway, we need to do something different in the second half. We've got some subs on the bench that can make a difference. Obviously, Beth, Stina, Rosa, potentially Kyra. A bit more energy in midfield could be needed. Let's see. I think maybe the team looks a bit stale. Maybe I think, and it doesn't maybe need some freshening up. And whether it's fresh legs coming on or whether it's just freshening up in general, I'm not really sure. But something needs to change, doesn't it? Because it's clearly not working. Greg says, what frustrates me is Fordy. She wants to run the ball into the box and beat players rather than get the ball into the box. No, but sometimes I don't mind that. As we said before, it's nice for someone to take someone on. And Fordy's about the only one who's even tried to do that in that first half. Frida sometimes does, but sometimes what happens is she goes past her player, gets to the byline, and then makes the wrong decision. That's often the problem with Fordy. But at least she's prepared to take people on. Leah Williamson's doing quite a heavy warm up on the pitch here at half time. I wonder if she's coming on in the second half. It looks like she's certainly warming up as though she's coming on. She's not just kicking the ball around like the other subs are. She's actually doing quite a vigorous warm-up. So I think Leah Williamson might well be coming on, if not at half-time, then very, very shortly. I'm not quite sure who would go off and how we would play it. But anyway, we shall see. I'd rather see an attacking player coming on, obviously Stina in particular. But anyway, let's see what happens. Something needs to change in the second half, doesn't it? Because if we play the second half as we played the first half, this game's going to end up as it did 2 seasons ago in a 0-0 draw. Anyway, the players are coming back out onto the field. Well, Arsenal players have come back out onto the field. So the half-time words of wisdom from Renee have been said. And let's see. I've never quite got why the team comes out and does a huddle before the game starts and then for the start of the second half. It's like you've just been in the changing room all together. You've just had a team talk by the manager all together. Why do you then need to go on the pitch and do a huddle and go over? Do that in the changing room before you come out. It's almost like it's all for show, isn't it? It's not just the women's team that do it. The men's teams do it as well. I don't understand it. It just seems like it's all for show. Do that in the changing room before you come back out. You know what I mean? Do it there. Don't do it on the pitch. There's no need to do it on the pitch. Obviously it's for show, isn't it? It's for the TV. It's for the fans. It can't be any other reason because there's no reason not to do it in the change room before you come out, is it? Anyway, West Ham are now coming out as well, so no doubt we'll see them do a stupid huddle as well. Complete waste of time. Do it before you come back out. What's going to happen between leaving the change room and getting onto the pitch? What's different? Nothing. Anyway, Arsenal in their huddle, and of course we did a big huddle, didn't we, when we conceded a goal last week. But anyway, we're going to be kicking off this second half. Alessia Russo is taking the ball from the referee. And we are soon going to get underway for this second half. Greg says perhaps I'll put Leah in for Kim. She can play midfield. Well, no, she can play midfield. Yes, that is true, actually. yeah, maybe that's an option. I mean, it doesn't look like we've made the change at half time because Kim is back out there anyway, and there's no substitutions being made. So let's see what happens. It's going to be Arsenal kick off a second goal to our left in this second half. We need a goal, and I think we need one quite early on, because otherwise, the longer the game drags on at 0-0, I think the confidence will start to drain, and the game could end up slipping away, end up being like that Everton game a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, West Ham are now doing a huddle. They were late coming out, and now they're doing a huddle, so we're going to have to wait for the second half to start. This is just nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Do that in the change room before you come out. So you come out and you can start the game. That's the whole point, isn't it? You've had half time to do that. Ridiculous. Anyway, I need to find out why they do that. Does anybody know? Does anybody know why on earth they carry out that charade on the pitch? What is the point of it? Why do they do it? Do it in the changing room and come out and play the game. Anyway, we are back off and underway in the second half. And it is Arsenal in possession. Steph Catley, no changes for either team at half-time, and no changes to the scoreboard since the start of the game either. It is still 0-0. And Arsenal coming forward straight away. Steph Catley plays up this near side, pops back into midfield. Ball played over the top, and it's going to go away from Leslie Russo, and West Ham should clear this. In fact, there's an offside is there already. There is an offside. And it's going to be a free kick to West Ham inside the first 30 seconds of the second half. And West Ham trying to play it out from the back again. They've lost the ball a couple of times, but they've done quite well here. And now there's a little bit of space over on that far side. This is good play from West Ham, actually. That's not a great ball from Nick Denton, and it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which Emily Fox is going to take. Over on that far side. She's going to throw it up the line. Looking for Caitlin Ford, and then it's gone behind. It's another throw to Arsenal, just in front of the Arsenal dugout over on that far side. Caitlin Ford takes it, looks for freedom on them, and Arsenal. It's a bit like rugby. Arsenal have gained 20 yards up the pitch without really doing an awful lot other than a couple of throw-ins. Anyway, Kim Little gives it back to Emily Fox. Now it's with Leia Cadena, and now it's square inside the centre circle to Steph Catley. Arsenal needs some little spark here, don't we, to find this goal. Leia Cadena plays up this near side. Katie McCabe, is she going to provide the spark for us? Maybe. She touches the ball back to Steph Catley. Now it's with Leia Cadena inside the centre circle, bringing it forward into the up this near side here. Mariona finds Katie McCabe across into the box, but it's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. But that was nice by Arsenal. Moved the ball a little bit quicker there. Mariona played it up that far side, at near side, sorry. Katie McCabe drilled it across the 6-yard box, but it was far too close to the goalkeeper. But that was a bit better from Arsenal, that, wasn't it? It was nice play. Anyway, West Ham now looking to come forward themselves over on that far side, but Kim Little steps in, but actually West Ham keep possession. Over on that far side, they're looking to get the ball into the box. It comes in towards the box. Aside with a shot on a turn, drags it wide, and that's one of West Ham's best chances of this game. Already in the second half, looks like a little bit more open. Both teams have had an opportunity there. Katie McCabe's ball before for Arsenal, and that ball into the box there. Lovely turn, too easily really from Asai there, and her shot went just wide of that far post. I think Daphne had it covered anyway. But the last thing we need to do is find ourselves behind in this game with confidence the way it is. Anyway, Mariona now on this near side. Does well, touches the ball back to Steph Catley, plays it square to Leia Cadena into the centre circle, gets it back from Kim Little. Now it's with Steph Catley again. Look for Leslie Russo, but the ball's overhit. Runs into the arms of the goalkeeper for West Ham, and she just rolls it out over on that far side. Now it's with a Luke Denton. It's gone out in front of that Arsenal bench. It's going to be a throw to West Ham. 3.5 minutes played in the second half. Still 0-0. But at least there's been a couple of opportunities already in this second half, which is a good sign. Oh, West Ham just giving the ball away. Russo now is having a run at this West Ham defence. Threads the ball through here to Mariona inside the box. Can she get a shot away? Katie McCabe's gone around the outside. Oh, it comes off the West Ham player. In fact, it looked like a handball from Katie McCabe. And Arsenal did not make the most of that at all. Again, we're looking to play an extra pass instead of trying to get a shot away. Leslie Russo there ran forward onto the edge of the box. Have a shot. Try a shot. Instead, the ball found Mariona inside the box. And again, she was just waiting for everybody to get back and then tried to thread the ball through to Katie McCabe. It's like we took too long to make a decision there to get the ball at the goal. And that's been our problem. Anyway, Kim Little now bringing the ball forward over on that far side. Finds Caitlin Ford. Plays it infield to Kim Little again. Almost gets stuck under her feet, but she does manage to get it back here to Leia Cadena. Now Steph Catley just inside the centre circle. Gives it back to Leia Cadena again. Now it's with Kim Little. Arsenal need to up this tempo in this final third. Leah Volti, that's a good ball. He's going to find Katie McCabe on this near side. Can she get the cross in? She does drill it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's going to fall to the edge of the box, but West Ham clears it away. Asai there. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal, is it? No, it isn't, because Steph Catley's going to keep it in. Plays it back to Leia Cadena. And the frustration continues. It's still not a great Arsenal performance, is it? Anyway, this ball played up the line. Frida Marnham's going to get there. And she's won the throw. In that bottom corner, finds Kim Little. Touches the ball back to Emily Fox. Gets it back again. Kim Little looks a shadow of her best, doesn't she? The Arsenal captain. She's got the ball again and again. See that pass? There's poor. This is not good at all from Kim Little, is it? Really, really poor. She's had such a bad game today. Not just today, unfortunately. And even that touch there wasn't great. And it's going to be a throw now to West Ham. It's quite sad to see how poor Kim Little is looking at the minute. Robert says, what on earth is a number 7 playing in defence? Well, I mean, Steph Catley is a defender, isn't she? She wears number 7, but she's a defender. Beth's on the bench. Again, she's not been at her best, has she? But I'm still thinking that, you know, Beth and Leah are probably 2 of Jonas's biggest critics. And I think that's probably why they're on the bench today, maybe. Although they did both start the other night, didn't they? Anyway, not sure. Joanne says, why do we keep playing Kim Little? I do not know. I think it's time. I think the time's come. I mean, we were saying only last season, really, wasn't we, that how can we cope without Kim Little? Well, we can see now that her days are over, really. She's been so poor in this game, but poor in general this season. Anyway, Mariona now bringing the ball forward. That's it. Have a run. That's what you need to do. Run forward with the ball. That's it. That's better. Now she's found Leslie Russo on the edge of the penalty area. Can she get a cross inside the box? It was a poor touch, and West Ham again deal with it. And that's again, we get to the edge of the penalty area, and it all breaks down. It just all breaks down. Herman says there, I've seen this too often, too many passes, shoot on the goal, and you might score or get a favourable. And exactly, yeah, exactly. Get the ball in the box, have shots. If you have shots, you might score a goal. Simple as that. Not necessarily directly, but as you say, it could be a rebound, it could be anything. Miss Pinksock says maybe bring Kyra on for Little. Yeah, I mean anybody on for Little, really. I mean she's been so poor in this game, really, really bad. And I say, unfortunately, it's not just this game. You know, I say it's quite sad to see a player of Kim Little's stature playing so bad. Anyway, Caitlin Ford over on that far side. It's a good cross, low cross, looking for Mariona. Again, West Ham clear it away. That was better from Arsenal. Managed to move the ball quickly over on that far side. A nice one too. Caitlin Ford was in over on that far side, and the cross was a good one. A low cross, but in the end, West Ham dealt with it quite well. But Arsenal still in possession. Katie McCabe brings it infield from this near side, touches it in. That's a good ball to Leah Volti. Gets it out to this near side here. Mariona Caldente just on the edge of the box, chips across towards the far post. No Arsenal player attacking it. And West Ham are able to get the ball clear with Anouk Denton, who's had a good game actually for West Ham. And over on that far side, right back. And now West Ham do clear it away. But not for long because Arsenal pick up possession. Are we going to see this breakthrough? And if we are, where's it going to come from? That's the question at the moment. Leah Volti plays the ball forward to Mariona, does well, gets it back. Leah Volti. Now it's with Katie McCabe up this near side. Needs a bit of movement there. Wasn't a great ball, and Mariona couldn't keep possession, and she gives away a free kick. And that was poor again from Arsenal. 54 minutes played. West Ham 0, Arsenal 0. At what point do we start worrying that it's going to finish 0-0? I remember the Everton game a couple of weeks ago. It didn't really hit me that it might finish 0-0 until maybe 75 minutes. Kept thinking, we're going to score. And then 75 minutes up on the clock, and then you're suddenly thinking, oh, maybe it's not going to happen today. And is that going to be the case again? Will we get to 75 minutes and then start thinking, you know what, maybe it's not going to happen for us? Let's see. I'm sure we'll see some substitutions fairly shortly. Arsenal's given the ball away. West Ham looking to try and shock us with a goal, which we don't want to be conceding, do we? Anyway, this ball played square. West Ham trying to come forward again, but good pressure from Leslie Russo. Now Arsenal have picked the ball up. It's a ball up this near side. Can Mariona keep it in? I don't think she did. We couldn't really see because the cameraman lost the play on this near side. A bit like at Meadow Park when the camera's on the gantry. You know, Kate McCabe throws it into that bar near corner here, and Leslie Russo's after it. Good defending again, though, by West Ham. That was Shannon Cook with a clearance. And now West Ham knocking the ball through midfield, and suddenly they're looking quite dangerous here, West Ham. Let's not concede a goal here. Ball played up this near side. It wasn't a great ball, actually. It's gone out of play. And West Ham, again, showing they don't really have the quality, do they, to cause us too many problems. But we're not doing enough to cause them too many problems. Greg says, got to make a sub in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, you'd imagine so. That would be 60 minutes. That's normally about the time, isn't it? That's what I call Jonas time. That's when he normally makes his subs, isn't it? After 60 minutes. So I'm sure we'll see some movement soon. Kim Little touches the ball off to Leah Volti. Brings the ball forward. Over on that far side now, it's with Caitlin forward. Have a run, Caitlin. Have a run at them. Instead, she whips the ball into the box. It's going to come to Leslie Russo, is it? No, it's not. That's good goalkeeping, actually. Good goalkeeping there. Russo was trying to peel away at that far post. Herman says, often in a game, one has to get new players on earlier instead of for the last 10 minutes. Absolutely, no, you're right. You need to give them a chance to get in the game, don't you? Especially attacking players. I think it's important if you're going to make attacking changes to win the game. You need to give them the opportunity to get in the game. It's no good bringing on a striker with 5 minutes to play because they're probably never going to get a chance. They're probably never going to get a shot at goal. So it's pointless. Bring them on with half an hour to play. At least that way you know they're going to get 2 or 3 opportunities and hopefully they can get you a goal and be the difference maker in the game. So I want to see the change. If they're going to happen, they need to happen soon. It looks like there is some movement on the bench for Arsenal. It does look as though Stina may well be one of those substitutes coming on. Let's hope so. Oh, we might get a goal here, though. Frida Marner's picked the ball up on the edge of the box. She thought about a shot. Mariona instead. And again, Mariona doesn't want to go forward. This player with Kim Little now on the edge of the box. She could have had a shot, and again, she took too long. Now she's going to try a shot. No, she's not. Lays it off to Leah Volti. Now she can try a shot. She's going to try a shot. She does. It hits a West Ham defender. Arsenal do manage to keep possession. That's with Kim Little again. She's closed down, but manages to keep possession. Leah Volti plays it up this near side. Katie McCabe plays it back again to Mariona Caldente. Have a shot. No, she doesn't. Plays it into Leslie Russo. It's fired in too much and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Is this going to be the signal to make those substitutions now? It's not quite happening, this, is it, for Arsenal? 57.5 minutes on the clock. Surely now is it going to be the time, isn't it? In fact, there are some changes happening. Beth Mead is coming on for Caitlin Ford. Stina's about to come on as well. Are we going to go? Are we going to really go for it? Frida Marnham's going off for Stina. Kyra Cooney-Cross is coming on, and Rosa Kafaji. In fact, Rosa Kafaji is coming on for Leslie Russo's going off. Rosa Kafaji is coming on for Frida Marnham. Leslie Russo's gone off for Stina Blackstenius, and Kyra Cooney-Cross is coming on. Who's going off for her? It's got to be Kim Little. Surely it's got to be Kim Little. It is Kim Little. Had to be Kim Little. So these are the substitutions. Come on. Let's see if these substitutes can make the difference. We're going to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more life about us. And let's hope it's going to be enough to get this goal. Miss Pinksock says, why won't they shoot? I don't know. Robert says, oh my God, they're playing like little girls, not professional women. Miss Pinksock says, great subs. Well, let's hope they are great subs. On paper, they look great subs, don't they? It looks like it's going to give us a bit more energy, a bit more pace about our play. And I think that's what's needed. Stina immediately closing down at the West Ham goalkeeper. And I'm sure we're going to see some more chances now for Arsenal. Beth Mead's come on as well over on that far side for Caitlin Ford. I say Rosa Kafaji's on for Frida Marnham as well. Let's see if these slightly younger midfield can make the difference in this game. But so far, it's still 0-0. Steph Catley in possession. Good to see her back in the team. Actually plays up this near side to Katie McCabe, up the line to Rosa Kafaji. Goes around the outside. Really good play from Rosa Kafaji. Her first involvement in the game. Tries to cut back inside again. Not quite able to. And then she gives away a free kick. Good to see her wanting to get on the ball and wanting to make something happen. That's what we've been lacking. And that was nice play from Rosa, but she has conceded a free kick in the end. A little bit too overly keen there, I think, to get something there. Anyway, it's a free kick to West Ham. I do think the windy conditions have made a difference, actually, but we can't blame that. We've got to overcome these situations. You know, at the end of the day, lots of teams have played today in the same conditions as us. Robert says, sorry, Russo was a massive mistake. She had done well, but like I said, the young girls can make a star player look bad by being indecisive. No, I mean, I think that Leslie Russo hasn't had a great game today. She hasn't had any service, to be fair. And we just need to try something different, don't we? You know, Beth Mead over on that far side is going to try something different, I'm sure. Plays the ball back low to Mariona, touches it off. And Arsenal, again, keeping possession well, but without really making any inroads forward. Leia Cadena plays it out to that far side. Emily Fox touches it infield. That's a good ball, actually. Steena's in behind. Is Steena going to get the goal? It's across the goal. Oh, it's gone just wide. That's the difference that Steena makes. In fact, it's a corner. Was that saved by the goalkeeper? You give Steena the right service, she will score goals. That was so close there. It must have been a save by the goalkeeper. It was a lovely ball from Emily Fox. Steena got in the wrong side, and the goalkeeper just must have got a touch on that, just enough to take it past that far post. It is a corner to Arsenal. And suddenly now we're looking a little bit more likely we might score a goal. Beth Mead with this corner towards the near post. Just about scrambled away by West Ham. 61 minutes on the clock. And Arsenal now starting to ramp up the pressure. Katie McKay on his near side. What's the cross like? It's not bad at all, actually. Oh, Steena couldn't quite get on the end of it. And Rosa Kafaji was in there. And, Mariona was in there as well. Going to be a goal kick to West Ham. But that was better from Arsenal there. Lovely ball threaded through by Emily Fox into Steena, running in behind that defence. That's what she does so well. And it was a good save by the goalkeeper, as it turned out. Otherwise, that may would have just gone in that far corner. Good attempt that was there from Steena. Looking to make an impact again last season. How many times did she come off the bench and do something spectacular? Robert says a goal is coming. I hope it is coming. And let's hope it's at the right end as well. Katie McCabe now in possession for Arsenal. She's going to go long, looking for Beth Mead over on that far side, but Beth's not going to get that. Run out of play for a throw. Steena is signaling everybody to press high up the pitch. They're just showing the effort from Steena there. The goalkeeper must have just got a touch on that. Otherwise, that may well have just sneaked in that far corner. It's a good save in actual fact. She's made a couple of good saves, the West Ham goalkeeper. We haven't tested her enough, but she has made a couple of good saves, you have to say. One in the first half with her legs, and that one there, she just got enough on that to just do enough to deflect it round the post. Anyway, West Ham trying to come forward. That's a poor ball. That to nobody. It's going to run out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. West Ham are not a very good side. Let's be perfectly honest here. They're not a good side at all. This is a side that we need to be beating, quite honestly. We need to be getting the 3 points here. Nothing else is good enough. With this group of players, with this team, we have got to win this game. And we're coming up to the midway point in the second half as well. Okay, a long ball forward. No Arsenal player there. Steena's working really hard to try to make something happen, but couldn't get that ball now. West Ham in possession with Shannon Cook. And they're going to go back to the goalkeeper, and Steena's going to put the goalkeeper under pressure. That's a nice play, actually. The goalkeeper done well for West Ham again. Why is it every time we play West Ham, their goalkeeper plays well? Every time. It used to be Mackenzie Arnold, didn't it? Game after game. And now she's gone, and we come up against another goalkeeper who has a great game against us. Not that we've done enough. I'm not saying that's the reason. We haven't done enough in that final third, but when we have made an opportunity, she's been there and saved it. You have to give the goalkeeper credit for that, don't you? But anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Can we find a goal before it gets to really nervy time? That's a long ball from Emily Fox to nobody in particular. Down, clear it away, but Leah Volti picks it up. Oh, that's not a great ball over. Katie McCabe steps in, finds at Steph Catley. That's with Leah Volti again. Turns away, plays it forward into midfield to Kyra Cooney Cross. Gets it out to that far side. Emily Fox, Arsenal now looking a little bit more urgent coming forward. Again, she tries to thread that ball through there to Stina Blackstenius. It was cut out. Emily Fox again in possession though. Over on that far side, Arsenal's right, finds Beth Mead. Plays it infield to Rosa Kafaji. That's a nice touch. Emily Fox, can she get the cross in? She does get the cross. It's going to be a free header from Rosa Kafaji. She heads it down. In fact, there's a free kick given. I don't know why Rosa didn't try and head that towards the goal. But anyway, it was already a free kick, I think. It was Rosa that, or was it Stina pushed the defender? No, it was Rosa there, pushed the defender. Actually, it wasn't a bad header back because Stina may well have finished that off, but it was a free kick already. 65 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. Can Arsenal get this breakthrough? West Ham play it out over on that far side. And Luke Denton touches it back. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Arsenal trying to press high up the pitch. You do feel there's going to be a mistake in his West Ham defence. Instead, they go long. They realise that problem and get out of that issue pretty well there. Cadena. Oh, Daddy's on the ball and gets it taken off her. And West Ham trying to find an answer, but they want to throw instead over on that far side. At least we're taking a few risks here with the lineup, at least. We're still not taking too many risks in the way that we're playing. But anyway. Robert says, what a free kick. What for looking at the defender for it. Well, she actually did push her in the back as the cross came in. But anyway, Steph Catley goes long up this near side. Stina holds it up well, touches it into midfield. That's a nice ball actually to Mariona. Now Arsenal can get it out over on the far side. Bit of space now for Arsenal. Can we make the most of this? Emily Fox coming forward. Arsenal piling bodies forward. It's a ball over on that far side to Beth Mead. She's won a corner. That was better from Arsenal. That was better. There was some space there. We used the space well. Got clear down that far side and Beth's cross deflected for a corner. And Katie McCabe's going to come across to take it. We are now midway through this second half. We're still waiting for the first goal of the afternoon. Is it coming from this corner? It's going to be Katie McCabe with it. Can we get the goal here? It's played in towards the near post, headed out again by West Ham. Comes to Leah Volta into the box, pushes it back in. Rosa Kafaji tries to take it on her chest and it's bobbing around in the box. Arsenal claiming a handball in there. Referee not interested. There's no VAR, of course, in the WSL, which is a good thing overall. Not sure it was a handball anyway. Katie McCabe over on that far side. She took that corner, so she's over on the right-hand side as opposed to the left. Anyway, Emily Fox now plays it forward into Kyra Cooney. Oh, almost flicked it on. Marion's almost flicked it on to Beth Mead. And Arsenal have picked the ball up again. Robert says handball, definitely. I didn't really see it, to be honest. And now there's an injury to an Arsenal player. It's actually Leah Volti. I think she just kicked one of the West Ham players' feet there. And it's a sore one, but she's going to be okay, I'm sure. She's back on her feet again. So it's not like the men's team, is it? They roll around and the trainer has to come on for no reason. It is a free kick to Arsenal. And it's going to be taken by Katie McCabe. It's midway inside the West Ham half. Quite central. Beth Mead's coming across as well. She might have better off trying to get on the end of this, maybe, Beth. Anyway, we've got 3 players over it. Emily Fox now walks away. Katie McCabe's got her arms in the air. She's going to be taking this with her left foot. She does take it with her left foot towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's overhit, though. The goalkeeper comes and gets that pretty comfortably. That's a good take from the goalkeeper, and she throws it out over on that far side. Greg says, don't understand the manager. We're playing a team that's offering nothing. surely you play with 2 strikers. I'll play with about 3 strikers against them, to be honest with you, because all they're doing is defending, aren't they? So you might as well. Because they're offering nothing coming forward. In fact, they're really, really poor, West Ham, coming forward, aren't they? And they're playing a little bit of neat and tidy football here. I've just said how poor they are going forward. They'll probably score now. Anyway, that's a cross into the box, and it is poor. Daphne's there. She hasn't had to do much. She must be freezing. Poor Daphne in the second half. She hasn't had to really touch the ball yet, but she did have to catch that cross. And she just touches the ball off short here to Leah Cadena. She plays it square to Steph Catley, who's actually played quite well at centre back. Now it's Katie McCabe. Plays the ball forward, looking for Stina. Stina's in here inside the penalty area. Oh, surely that's a penalty, ref. Surely that's a penalty. It is a penalty. Stina was brought down. That's the difference that she makes. Ran past the defender. Got clipped. She wasn't really going anywhere. It seemed a silly tackle, actually, but Stina won that with her running in there. Katie McCabe's ball got in between the 2 central defenders. It looked like she was fouled initially outside the box, and then there was no need for that dive in there by Tsayek. And it is a penalty to Arsenal. I'm not sure who's going to take it, actually. Might well be Mariona Caldente. In fact, I think it is going to be Mariona Caldente. Beth Meads walked away from it. And it is going to be Mariona Caldente to take this penalty. It's a big moment, this, for Arsenal. We have to score this. Going in front now would be massive, wouldn't it? In the context of the season, in the context of this game. Mariona Caldente is, can we finally beat this goalkeeper who's played well? But Stina's won that penalty by running in behind. It was a silly challenge on her, to be fair. Anyway, it is going to be this penalty now. Mariona Caldente to give Arsenal the lead. 20 minutes to play. This is a big moment in this game. It really is a big moment in this game. Can Mariona get this penalty in? Steps up. Cooley slots it in. Sends a keeper the wrong way. Finally. We do have a goal, and of course it only means one thing. Lovely cool penalty there from Mariona Caldente. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Sort of dummied the run up and then slotted it in. And Arsenal finally get the breakthrough. 20 minutes to play. Finally. Miss Pixel says, goal. Angby says, yes. Rajendra 1-0 to the Arsenal. Robert says, I was right. A goal. You did say a goal was coming, and it has come. It's a penalty converted well. And now West Ham are making a substitution as well. And it is, Asai's gone off, and Harries is coming on. Emma Harries, like for like swap there. She's going to be playing as a centre forward. And it is 1-0 to Arsenal. Finally. And West Ham now get the game back underway. The substitutions paid off there. Stina it was that won the penalty. It'll be a bad mistake. It'll go down as a bad mistake for West Ham, really, defensively, by Ziyech. But anyway, it's an offside against West Ham. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which Leah Cadena is going to take. Touches it back to Daphne Van Domselaar. She plays it square to Steph Catley. LG says that was a dive, if I'm being honest. I don't think it was a dive. It was, she caught her. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to even make that challenge. She'd already gone past her. Stina had gone past her, and she was going away from the goal anyway. I mean, as a defender, that's a silly challenge to make. It was clearly a penalty. She definitely caught her. Herman says, bravissima indeed. Bravissima indeed. Anyway, West Ham now trying to come forward and find a goal back, but they've not really threatened all game, have they, to be honest with you? And hopefully now we've got the lead, we can relax. It's not been the greatest Arsenal performance, has it? Let's be honest. But it wasn't the other night either. We struggled to get the job done, but we did get it done. And we may well get the job done today. And that's pretty much all we could hope to do, really. So nothing else than a victory here today was going to be good enough. And finally, we get the breakthrough. Steph Catley plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Daphne Van Domselaar gets it back again. Steph Catley. Suddenly West Ham pressing higher up the pitch. And that's what a goal does, isn't it? That is what a goal does. Greg says they're crap defending. Stina was going nowhere. Shouldn't have made the challenge. Exactly, yeah, 100%. There's no need to make that challenge. She was going away from the goal. So just let her, just shepherd her around that way. That's all you've got to do as a defender. You don't need to make a challenge. Anyway, it's good news for us. All of a sudden, there's an opportunity over on that far side. Beth Mead's going to get in, not quite. The goalkeeper was out quickly. It's out for a throw over on that far side. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal, but that was almost a chance for the second goal. Ansby says Leah hasn't been well. Is that right? Okay. We'll see. Since there's a lot going on lately, she's not played many games, has she, recently? Which she might have lost a bit of her focus on football. Anyway, Steph Catley now has got Katie McCabe very central now. Arsenal just trying to keep it nice and compact. I think we might need the second goal, though, just to make us feel a little bit more at ease. 15 minutes to play now, plus stoppage time. Kyra Cooney cross inside the centre circle. She's given the ball away. And suddenly West Ham looking to try and come forward. They're committing more players forward now than they was earlier on. Obviously, at 1-0 down, they've got to try something, haven't they? You don't just want to lose 1-0 or not even try, especially when you're at home. Oh, that's a poor clip from Daphne Van Domsel, but managed to get away. But Stina touches it off. And suddenly Mariona, the goal scorer, coming forward for Arsenal. That was her first WSL goal, actually, the penalty. It's a good run forward. She was looking for the run of Beth Mead over on that far side. Beth's won it again. West Ham do clear it away. Kyra Cooney cross, suddenly Arsenal looking a lot more energised. Good run that was there from Mariona. Took it on. But instead of maybe trying a shot, she tried the extra pass, and that's where it broke down. And that's where it broke down a lot for Arsenal today. But we have finally got ourselves in front. Rosa Kafaji there does really well. Good balance, good feet. Touches it off. Now it's with Kyra Cooney cross. Gets it back from Mariona Caldente. Finds Emily Fox over on that far side. Beth Mead into Mariona again. She's got clear over on that far side. Can she get the ball back into Beth Mead? Oh, she's put it over the bar. In fact, it hasn't. It's gone all the way across. In fact, Katie McCabe might keep this in. She can't quite keep it in. But that was good play there from Mariona Caldente again. Starting to have more and more of an influence on this game. Lovely pull back there. It did bobble just in front of Beth, to be fair to her. But you'd expect her to certainly put a better effort in than that. Surely that was a foul throw, ref. Anyway, it's gone behind now. Stina for a goal kick to West Ham. 14 minutes to play here in Dagenham. It is West Ham 0, Arsenal 1. And we'll take that, won't we? We'll take the 1-0. I would quite like a second goal. Yeah, West Ham, that's when I come forward again, and Arsenal picked the ball up in midfield. It was Kyra Cooney cross. Now it's Mariona again. Kyra's got a little bit of space. Beth Mead's outside her. She finds Beth Mead over on that far side. Can she get the cross in? She maybe could have crossed it first time, chose not to, and now the chance has gone. Might still be there, though. Kyra Cooney crosses, battling away for it, but loses out. It is a throw to Arsenal. Why didn't you just put a cross in? Herbert says we need 2 or 3 more goals. Well, we don't need 2 or 3 more goals. We just need to manage the game. It'd be nice to get another goal there, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal. Emily Fox finds Mariona Caldente. She wants the ball all the time. Now Beth Mead gives it back to Emily Fox. Can she get a cross in? Tries to go past the fullback. Is that a corner? No, I think it's a goal kick. It came back off Emily Fox. It's a goal kick to West Ham. Greg says Leah's been in and out of the side ever since we failed to get her friend Walsh. I mean, I don't know if that's the reason. I mean, Arsenal tried to get her. To be fair, she's been in and out of the side since she came back from her ACL injury, really. She hasn't had a consistent run of games, has she? And I just feel as though her focus has gone from football a little bit. You know, I felt that the injury, maybe she was out of the game for a long. Oh, suddenly West Ham got an attack in. They've got a player over. Don't let them score. Ball's into the box. Oh, poor touch. Luckily, inside the box there by the West Ham player, where they could have had an opportunity to make it 1-1. The chance is still there. Shot comes in. Oh, and if a West Ham player got a deflection on that, it might have gone in. It was gory with the effort. And that's the nearest West Ham have come in this second half. Wow. Arsenal just switched off for a moment, and that can be crucial there. It really can be crucial, but in the end, the shot came in, and it was so close to getting a touch there from Harries. And if she'd got a deflection on that, it may well have gone in. And then suddenly West Ham would have been level, and we'd have had to do it all over again. You know, Beth Mead now, that's a lovely ball from Daphne Van Domsla's found Beth Mead over on that far side. Beth Mead plays it back to Mariona Caldente. It's into Wallsteiner on the edge of the box. Couldn't quite get there. Good defending by West Ham again. Roland says there, Cadena is the David Luiz of women's football. You hold your breath every time she gets on the ball because you know there's a mistake in there. I don't know. I think she's all right, like Cadena. She's a footballing defender, isn't she? And sometimes footballing defenders can make mistakes because they're trying to bring it out from the back. But no, I think Leah Williamson's lost her focus since her injury. She had a long time out of playing football and she got involved in a few other things. And I don't know, I think her focus has shifted a little bit and she's not quite as switched on for football as she was. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji now on this near side. Oh, that's good play from Rosa. Gets past one challenge inside the box. Can she get a shot in at near post? She does. The goalkeeper saves it and then she could have just let that go for a corner, but she's tried to head it back in. And I think you can maybe see why she hasn't been playing, Rosa Kafaji. I mean, she looks a talented player. There's no doubt about that, but she's very raw. I mean, you just got to let that ball go out, haven't you? You're never going to be able to head that back across the goal as it's bouncing up there. Just let it go. It's a corner. And, you know, that's what she lacks, that little bit of experience. And, you know, and I think they're trying to maybe teach her that while she's learning rather than throwing her onto the pitch as much. But, you know, she's done some nice things today since she's come on. And West Ham now made a substitution. And number 77, Pybell's gone off. And Shannon Cook's gone off. And Dagney brings Dottia's got coming on as well. And she's a dangerous player, isn't she? And Pavy as well. Manuela Pavy's come on for West Ham. 10 minutes to play. I mean, you're saying Leah Williams has not been well. She's just sitting out in the stand, you know, shorts and that. Doesn't look like she's not that well to me. So, anyway, not sure. The club are going to say an illness, aren't they? They'll blame anything on an illness just to cover themselves in. They've got worry. Good play from Steiner. Finds Kyra Cooney cross. Arsenal just pressing out to try and get this second goal. That would seal the deal, wouldn't it? And we probably need it as well. It hasn't been the most convincing of Arsenal performances. And there's a yellow card for Mariona there for a little pullback. Regenda says another tall sub coming on. Yeah, that's brings Dottia, the Icelandic. They all tend to be quite tall, the Icelands, don't they? Robert says there that strip just ain't Arsenal's colours, boring. And I see, I quite like the strip. I quite like the top actually. I'm not sure if it maybe suits us to play football, but I quite like it. Anyway, cross comes in from West Ham. Header comes in. Daphne's there. And that was Emma Harris with that header. And suddenly West Ham had one or two opportunities. But games open up, don't they? Goals open up games. And that's what happened. It was a good cross, actually. And Emma Harris headed, but it was nice and comfortable for Daphne. No drama there. 82 minutes on the clock. Mariona Caldente's done well. Plays out that far side to Beth Mead. Steener's making a run into the box, as she always does. Will Beth Mead be able to get a cross in? Try to go around the outside of the defender. And then she pushes over Katerina Corey. It's a free kick. Anyway, Rajendra says they know our heading failure. Well, I mean, you just got to get crosses into the box, haven't you? We defended okay today when we've had to. We haven't had to do much defending, but we've done okay, haven't we? West Ham haven't really posed much of a threat, to be honest. But it's only 1-0, and anything can happen at 1-0. We've seen it enough times to know. West Ham now suddenly looking a little bit more dangerous, actually. They've made a couple of subs, haven't they? They're looking a little bit better. Greg says we'll find out what's going on with Leah because if she's unwell, she won't join up with the England squad. There's nothing wrong with her. I'll guarantee there's nothing wrong with her. She's up in the stands there chatting away. Got no interest in coming on. She's not on the bench. She's up in the stands talking. That's what I'm saying. Her focus isn't on football. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure she'll be with the Lioness. She's a captain, isn't she? Anyway, Roland says, did any of you guys see that Katie McCabe and Caitlin Instagram post about people on eBay selling jerseys with their fake signature? I almost got scanned thinking they were authentic. Well, yeah, I mean, that's always a problem, isn't it? You need to be careful if you're going to buy anything on the internet, to be honest. But yeah, it's easily done. People do anything to try and make money, won't they? Anyway, definitely Van Domslaar. Oh, that's not a great ball, actually, but Kadena's going to get that, no problem. And she can chip the ball forward. Not a great ball, but Kyra Cooney, Mariona Caldente picks it up. Actually, a loose touch from her, unusually. West Ham now can try and come forward with Emma Harries. And they've got the ball over on that far side. We're into the last 6 minutes here, and suddenly West Ham have decided that, you know what, we're only 1-0 down. We can maybe give this a go. And Arsenal going to have to be concentrated and switched on. Oh, suddenly the ball breaks here to Emma Harries again, but that's good defending actually from Kyra Cooney cross. And now it might open up for Arsenal on the counter attack. Leah Volti plays out on that far side to Beth Mead. And it goes back to Emily Fox. And now it's with Beth Mead again. Played forward looking for Stina. It's fell to Beth Mead. Beth Mead plays it over the top. Is it going to fall for Stina? Here it is inside the penalty. Oh, I wouldn't quite come down for her. And she's actually just collided with the goalkeeper there. I think it's going to be a free kick to West Ham. An awkward ball there bouncing in. The goalkeeper's gone down actually there. It was a ball played over the top from Beth Mead. So what you need, a nice early ball. It just bounced in front of her there and it just bobbled away. And she's just caught her with her knee there, Stina, accidentally. And hopefully the goalkeeper's going to be okay. We've got 5 minutes to play. And the player's going to go and get a drink, I think. Anyway, Robert says there, the rule used to be if you play the player and not the ball, it is a foul. In my day, just like the corner flag, the ball was always inside the whole line, not outside. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with that. Anyway, the player's getting a drink. Last little break before our full time. It's 5 minutes of normal time to play. There'll be a bit of stoppage time now, of course, so this goalkeeper gets some treatment. And Arsenal looking as though we're heading to an important victory. Only our second victory in the WSL this season, but an important one nonetheless. And we've got to keep winning. That's all we can do now. We can't afford to drop any more silly points. And we've had to work hard for this win. It hasn't been easy. We haven't been anywhere near our best, but we look as though we're on our way to the victory, which would be so important. Anyway, it's a free kick to West Ham, which the goalkeeper's going to take. She's okay. LG says, this is why I've never been the biggest fan of Black Stenny. It's too wasteful. I don't think you can really blame her there. It's a difficult bouncing ball. It just bounced away from her. But, you know, it's a difficult chance that. I don't think you can blame her necessarily for that one. I wouldn't even say it was a chance, really, was it? Because the ball hadn't even fell to her. Anyway, West Ham coming forward now on that far side, looking for the equaliser. They've won a free kick, have they? They have. Beth Mead with another foul. And it's going to be a free kick to West Ham over on that far side. This could be a dangerous moment, this, for Arsenal. It was a little bit clumsy there from Beth. She didn't really need to do that, did she? And suddenly West Ham have got a free kick, an opportunity to get this ball into the box. We don't want him to score, do we? Greg says a win is a win, but only winning by a penalty isn't great. Well, it isn't, but, you know, sometimes you've got to, I've said this before with a men's team, you've got to find a way to win games like this sometimes. You've got to, don't bear in mind, last 2 seasons we haven't won this game. Anyway, this corner comes in, we haven't won this one yet. Header comes in, great save from Daphne, and that is why she's #1 goalkeeper. She hasn't had much to do here. The header came in from, I think it was Bryn's Dottir. We know she's going to be dangerous in the air. It's a good header, and Daphne managed to claw that one away. That could well have been the equaliser there, but that's what Daphne's there for. Just because she might have to do a save at the end, and she has, and kept us in front. The corner, though, comes in. We haven't got rid of this yet, rid of this threat. Comes here to the box, or ball's chipped back into the box again. We still can't get it clear. We do now. It's just hoofed anywhere will do. But Mariona's after it. The West Ham goalkeeper's come a long way out to get it as well, actually. But Arsenal pick up the ball now. It was Stina, and now plays the ball back to Stina on this near side. This is going to be an opportunity for 2-0. Stina plays it across the box. Rosa, it's in. It is 2-0. Rosa Kafaji's first goal for Arsenal. Stina with the difference maker today. She's won the penalty. She's set up the second goal. And Arsenal now have got the 3 points. just as it looked as though West Ham were going to threaten an equaliser, we get a counter-attack, really good play. Stina won the ball in the first place, and then Mariona, lovely pass through. Stina got clear on this near side, left-hand side. Rosa made a run into the box. Stina just squared the ball, and it was fired into the top corner by Rosa Kafaji. And the substitutes linking up there and have made a difference in this game today for Arsenal, got us the victory. So important that was. Greg says, that's how it's done. Exactly. Miss Pinksock says, goal indeed. Ange B says, whoop, Rosa, whoop, exactly. And I think Arsenal just made another substitution. Emily Fox has gone off. Katie Reid has come on. And Arsenal now are heading for a very, very important 3 points. Come late, that second goal, but it doesn't matter. And West Ham now looking to try and get a goal back, but that cross is going to be easy for Daphne. Just as she made that save there, could so easily have been 1-1. This is what we say, don't we? Small margins in games. So small margins in games. And that's been the case today. Daphne made that great save just seconds before. Would have been 1-1. Arsenal went straight up the other end. Rosa Kafaji made it 2-0. And surely that's going to seal this victory for Arsenal. It's been hard work. We've made hard work of it. But ultimately, when you come away with all 3 points, it doesn't matter, does it? Here's Rosa Kafaji now. She'll be buzzing. That's a good play from her again on this near side. Tries to play the ball into Stina. Wasn't a great cross. Trying to return the favour there after Stina set her up for that second goal. And she's had a good week, Stina. She got a good assist in the week as well for the third goal in the Champions League. She got another assist today and she's won the penalty. Been the difference maker for Arsenal. It says Arsenal now earned a win indeed. LG says Jonas should pay for his sins for his Rosa trip. Well, you can hardly say that it's I can see why she's not been playing. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. I mean, she got a goal there. That's fair enough. But let's be honest. The reason why she's not been playing is because she's still very, very raw. And she needs time. Well, West Ham put the ball into the box and Brinsdar Dottir was in there again. But it's deflected wide. It's going to be a corner to West Ham. But yeah, I can see why she's not been playing. And don't forget, she didn't play the other night either under this manager. Hertman says the new manager did okay to make the change early. Exactly, yeah, get the subs on early today. It's made a difference. Stina has been the difference maker in this game. Absolutely no question about that. She might not have got herself a goal, but she's been the difference between a draw and a win here for Arsenal. When this corner comes in, we haven't actually won the game yet, but we should be safe now. We're into nearly 2 minutes of the 4 of stoppage time. And if West Ham were going to cause any problems, they would have needed to have probably scored then, and they didn't. And it's a throw to Arsenal, which we're in no hurry to take. Katie McCabe is going to take it. She's not been booked for a while. She's not careful. She'll get booked here for time wasting. You know, she throws the ball in field to Kyra Cooney, cross touches it back to Steph Catley. Plays a long ball up this near side, looking for Beth Mee. West Ham do win the ball into the last 2 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, Arsenal pick the ball up again. Rosa Kafaji played it through, looking for the run of either Mariona or Stina, but again, she didn't get that ball right, you see. And that's the issue with starting games. She's not ready yet. She's just not ready yet. She's done quite well since she's come on today. West Ham coming forward now, ball into the box again, looking for Emma Harries, and it's going to run all the way through to Daphne Van Domslo, who's not going to rush, is she? She's not going to be in any hurry into the last 90 seconds. LG says Mariona player of the match. Yeah, probably. I would say I'm going to give it to Stina, though, because she's made the difference in this game. Since she came on, she's made a big difference. Leah Walty there manages to keep possession in midfield, finds Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe drives forward. Are we going to get a third goal? Who knows? Anyway, Mariona now finds Beth Mead on this near side. Arsenal just really need to keep the ball. We don't need a third goal. We're into the last minute of stoppage time. Comes back to Steph Catley. Roland says, I've seen enough from this interim manager that she isn't the future. She's simply on an extension of Jonas. Reynard could be the way forward. Well, let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting time, isn't it? Going into this international break, we may well get a new manager before we're back in action at Manchester United in 2 weeks' time. You know, Mariona now is coming forward again. We're into the last 30 seconds. Arsenal have won this game. Robert says Katie McCabe should get it, looking at her work rate. Well, yeah, she has been always works hard, doesn't she? That wasn't a great pass, actually, there. and Arsenal almost under pressure, but Katie Reid won that ball back, and now Kyra Cooney-Cross comes forward over on that far side, takes on a couple of players. That's what you like to see. Oh, she's done really well, Kyra. Can she get the cross in? Oh, it's good defending in the end, and it's going to be a goal kick. We've played the 4 minutes of stoppage time. In fact, there goes the full-time whistle. Arsenal have won this game. We made heavy work of it. There's no question about that. The goals both came in the final 20 minutes. The first one was a penalty from Mariona Caldente after Stina was brought down in the box. And then the second goal right at the very end, Rosa Kafaji after Stina's pullback made it 2-0, and a good victory, an important victory, not the best Arsenal performance, let's be honest. Herman says Stina has a knack of scoring important goals. She does. She didn't get an important goal today, but she made the difference. She was, the creator of both goals in many ways. Herman says a big win it is indeed. Robert says, Richie, now how come the game is on YouTube? It's just WSL new thing. Grot says, hi again. I found me a stream that looked like a water damaged WHS recorder of a PS1 gameplay saved on a Windows 98 computer. Yeah, it was a bit crap, wasn't it? But we got there in the end, and Arsenal got the win. And I think that's the most important thing. So when you're going for a bit of a poor run, you need a victory. And Leah Williams was just in conversation there with Renee on the pitch. When you're on a bad run, you just need a victory. It doesn't really matter how you get it, and then you can build. And going into the international break now with 2 wins this week, I think it was much needed. The Champions League win keeps us in contention in that group, and of course this game does keep us in contention for the league. We've still got a lot of ground to make up, of course, but we needed to win this game. We couldn't afford to drop any more points, and we definitely deserved to win. There's no doubt about that. We were the better team for most of the game, but it was a struggle to find a breakthrough, wasn't it? Couldn't quite make easy work of it. Ange says, all good in the end, but yes, important win. Greg says, we look better when West Ham opened up. Still struggled to play against a low. But yeah, we did. Yeah, too many passes. I thought Stina made a big difference today when she came on, actually. Robert says, being on YouTube will raise money and fans for the game for sure. Well, I don't think it will, because being on YouTube, all that means is that they're just going to get advertising revenue, and it's not going to help anybody else, is it really? It just means more people can watch it, which doesn't really help me on this channel. But anyway, we need the money here, so people should be watching us. That's what we need. Got to, unfortunately for Stina, not been able to take down that pass, but the second goal was a beauty, totally unmarked. Yeah, it was. Yeah, LG says hopefully it's a good send-off for a send-off match for Renee. Yeah, it probably will be. You imagine it will be, but let's see. My fear is, in a way, that she's won 2 games, I'll keep her on maybe till the end of the season. But anyway, definitely made an important save there. They've just shown it again when it was 1-0, and then of course straight after that we went up the other end and got the goal. Stina was involved at the beginning. She then went on a run. Mariona found her down this near side, the left, got into the box. Rosa made the run, and Stina picked her out, and Rosa's finished it well. And that sealed the deal, which was good. There we go. Which is what you need, isn't it? Robert says, yes, we were the better team, but still that performance will not beat Chelsea, City or United. No, they won't, but then it doesn't have to, does it? It had to beat West Ham, and it did. Ange says, good subs at the right time. Thank you for the YouTube comments. No problem at all. Thanks for joining us. Grot says, that penalty seemed a bit cheap in my eyes. Kind of like the one Arsenal got against them yesterday. Arsenal didn't concede. We did concede a penalty, didn't we? Yeah, and that was a fair penalty, that one. Miss Pintox said subsets crucial for the win. Thanks, Bit. See you next time, troops. Indeed. Thank you again, Miss Pintox, for joining us. Robert says, if the WSL stays on here, you'll have even more wanting to chat. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Anyway, that's that. We won. Yes, finally. End the weekend well. As usually happens, doesn't it? Arsenal women generally don't let us down today when it comes to needing to cheer us up after a bad weekend. They generally come up with the goods, and they did today with an important victory at West Ham. Should we have a quick look at the other scores? from the WSL. So Man City beat Aston Villa 2-1 earlier. Gabby Nunes gave Villa the lead, and then Lauren Hemp and Jill Ward got the goals there. Liverpool won, Crystal Palace won. It was Stengel, used to play for Liverpool, with a goal, and then for Crystal Palace, and then Catbox equalised. Leicester beating Everton 1-0 in stoppage time. Momica with a goal there. Of course, we've won 2-0. And then the late game tonight is Chelsea against Spurs, which is going to be a fairly comfortable victory for Chelsea, you do feel. So, yeah, Arsenal got the victory today. Finally, we can relax, and that's what we need to do. In the Premier League as well, in case you're interested, Manchester City beat Wolves 2-1 with a stoppage time goal from John Stones. He's popped up in stoppage time a couple of times. They were actually 1-0 down to Strand Larson, and it is Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0 after 25 minutes. So if we look at the league table in the Premier League, Man City are currently top with 20 points. Liverpool second with 19, although they've still got to finish their game. We're third with 17, alongside Aston Villa, and Chelsea are fifth on 15. In the WSL, let's have a look at the current table as things stand. Man City are top with 13 points. Man United second with 10. Brighton third with 10. Chelsea are fourth with 9. They've only played 3. We are fifth with 8. So we're still a little bit of a way off the top, but we just have to keep winning. We just have to keep winning, and we won today, and that's good, isn't it? Grot says, now the doo-doo went down, was made out of overcooked spaghetti. Well, maybe it was, but it was still a penalty. Robert says, see you, Richard. And yourself, mate. Take it easy. And thank you for clearing that news up. No worries there. Well done, Ange, again. Greg says, after yesterday's travesty, thank goodness for the goal. Exactly. Thank goodness for the goals. So, yes, we got the victory. That was good, wasn't it? Well, it wasn't. It was quite a struggle. But we got there, and we won the game. And at this moment in time, that's all we need to do. Just keep winning and hope for the best. It looks like a big gap, doesn't it? 5 points between us and Manchester City are top. But when you think about it, it's only 1 win and 1 draw. And Man City will drop points. They'll drop more points. Chelsea are going to drop points as well. We just need to keep winning and see what happens. But we've still got a lot to play for this season. There's cup competitions. There's a Champions League. Everything's good. We have gotten a victory today. And we go into the international break, at least on a little bit of a high following a difficult couple of weeks. So that's that in for today. Thank you very much to everyone for joining us. Thank you for your comments in the chat. As always, I'll be back Tuesday, of course. Champions League, or European Super League, or we should say, from the Emirates Arsenal against Shakhtar Donetsk. That's on Tuesday at 8 o'clock, so we'll be about 7:45 for that. Friday, of course, it is the Lionesses. They are playing Germany, of course, on Friday, so we'll bring you live coverage of that game as well on Friday evening. So join us for that. And then, of course, next weekend, Arsenal Liverpool, isn't it, on Sunday? What is that? The 4:30 game? Yeah, that's the 4:30 game next Sunday. Arsenal versus Liverpool. So we'll bring you coverage of that one as well. Of course, the women aren't back in action again until the 3rd of November. Away at Man United. So of course we'll bring you that one as well. We'll have an Arsenal women's show on a Friday before that as well, which will be the 1st of November. So join us for that. Robert says, by the way, Rich, you can't see the like button. Oh, where's it gone? It's definitely there. Grot says, 5 points is nothing, everything to play for. Exactly. Greg says, we haven't lost the league yet. No, we absolutely haven't. Grot says, take care, folks. Have a nice evening. And yourself, my friend. Greg says, thanks for a great show, Rich. Enjoy what's left of the weekend. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been a tough weekend, hasn't it, in many ways for us. The weather's not been great today. We've had storms. We've had all kinds of stuff going on. But the good news is the Arsenal women have rounded it all off in the best possible way for us, haven't they? They've won 2-0 against West Ham. 2 late goals it was. A penalty for Mariana Caldente, and then Rosa Kafaji smashed in the second in stoppage time to make it 2-0, set up by Stina, who had also been brought down for the penalty. Good impact from Stina yet again. Herman says, very good report, Rich. Now I have to do the laundry. Yeah, you crack on, my friend. Good to see you. Glad you're well. Robert says, okay, found it. Screen was on small. Good evening all. Oh, okay, mate, no problem. Grot says, by the way, where is my birthday? Is it your birthday? Oh, of course, it was your birthday weekend. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday in Sweden there. Hope you've had a good birthday. Obviously, the women's game today must have cheered you up a little bit. I know you've had a difficult time of it, haven't you? But it's good that it's finished. It's finished on a high, hasn't it, with the Arsenal women winning? That's what we need to see. So there you go. Robert says, wow, nearly 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, we're nearly at 3,000, actually. We're getting there. We are getting there. It won't be long until we hit that new milestone. Hopefully, we can get there before the end of the year. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We can get to 3,000 before Christmas. Let's do that, shall we? So if you haven't done so yet, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It is free. You just press the little button that says subscribe and you're in. And you will be notified whenever we go live, whenever we release a video. And of course, for this one here, make sure you give us a like as well, because all of that helps. You see, the more likes it gets, the more it pops up on the algorithm, and the more people see the channel, and that's how we get more people involved in it. We've been doing well last month or so. We got a lot of new viewers, a lot of new subscribers. So thank you very much to everyone that's joined in. Hopefully, you're enjoying the stuff that we do here. So we're back on Tuesday. Grot says, just joking, thanks mate, see you next time. Indeed we will. We'll see you, sir. So we're back Tuesday for the Champions League. Arsenal versus Shakhtar Donetsk from they're from Russia, aren't they? Or is it Ukraine? No, it's Russia, isn't it? Shakhtar Donetsk. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's that out that way, and we'll be playing them at the Emirates. So join us for that. 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be at 7:45. That's going to be good. I'm sure you'll enjoy that as well. So we're looking forward to that. And of course, I say we'll be back next Friday as well. Lionesses against Germany. That's going to be good as well, isn't it? So join us for all of that. It's going to be a little bit of a quieter week this week than it has been recently. It's been mad, isn't it? So many games going on right, left and centre. Loads happening. Loads of stuff. Obviously, the Jonas news this week. It's been crazy, isn't it? But thanks for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage today. Don't forget to give us a like before you go. Robert says there, by the way, I watched it on YouTube and still enjoyed the chat. Is there a chance of minutes and seconds on your screen to stop? But well, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I've seen other people do it. I haven't got a clue. I'm not that technical minded, if I'm honest. If I knew how to do it, I would. But anyway, if anybody knows how to get a timer on the screen, if you know how to do it, send me a message, let me know. I would love to know how to do it. I've seen people doing it. I think you have to do it through OBS or something, but I'm not very I don't know, I've not managed to figure out a way of doing it yet, but I'll try. If anyone can help me, it would be great. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've certainly enjoyed your company today, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Colin says, gutted that Russo didn't score today. Thank you. Yeah, it was a shame. I was a bit gutted Stina didn't score either, but she did well. Russo had that one chance in the first half, didn't she, where she fired across the goal, and that could have been the moment, couldn't it? It wasn't meant to be. But we won the game. Doesn't matter who scores, really, does it, if we win? If we lose, it's like, well, they needed to score, and they didn't. So, but yeah, no, it was good today. We enjoyed it in the end. Got there, got the job done. Arsenal, West Ham 0, Arsenal 2. Mariona Caldente and Rosa Kafaji. 2 of our new signings of the summer actually scored, which is good, isn't it? Always nice to see. We've got C. Cruddington Black. What a great name, by the way. What a great name. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's probably my favourite name of anyone that's ever been in the chat before. C. Cruddington Blackmore. Fantastic. Thanks a million. A happy Arsenal FC Wibbis fan here. Enjoy your Sunday. A massive hug from Catherine. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A name like that, I mean, wow, fantastic. Brilliant. So great stuff. So yeah, we're back on Tuesday for the men's game against Shakhtar Donetsk. We're back on Friday for the Lionesses. It's all good stuff. We will see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's finished on a high, hasn't it? Arsenal won the game. It was a bit of a struggle, but we got there. That's all that matters. We will see you Tuesday, guys, for the Champions League. Come on, you guys. Let's do it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take it easy.